I think that allowing for the book being, after all, a parody, something like 1984 could actually happen. This is the direction the world is going in at the present time. In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party. But always there will be the intoxication of power. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday night. This is Breaking the Narrative, and I have for my guest tonight the lovely and amazing Chrissy Mayer. She's here.
God, thanks for having me, Nina. It's so great to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here because usually I hang out on your channel, and I love that you're here, and then we get to hang out in a more intimate setting.
Yes, I like being in Mexico. It feels more tropical over here. It's warmer. I'm getting a lot of mosquito bites though, but other than that, the drinks are great.
I know we got lots of good tequila. We got that, the lemonade, limonada.
Do you drink a lot?
No, I don't. No. I'm more of a. Wait, how do I say this without saying it?
Hard drugs.
Not hard.
Okay, I got it.
But yes,
soft. All right,
soft.
I got it.
I'm more of a connoisseur of the greens. Let's just say that.
You like salad?
Yeah, I like salads. Salads are great. They're good for you. But yeah, is Nina the new Batgirl? No, I'm not.
That shirt tells me otherwise.
I know, right? Gosh, this would match Anna's chair.
It would.
She needs to get this shirt.
Yeah.
By the way, Scott McKenzie became a member, so thank you. Thank you,
God.
Scott.
Look at Scott McKenzie looking like an attorney in that photo. That's a CEO headshot right there.
Very professional. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member.
Like
There's so many people here. A hippie. People are calling me. Yeah, 420 friendly. That's what I should have said. I'm 420 friendly. Hey, I'm a Canadian girl. I'm from BC. That's how it's done. That's all I can say. But Chrissy, there's been so much stuff going on in the news. Are you aware of any of it?
I'm aware of some of it. It's frightening. It's a little bit frightening. Sometimes the more afraid I get, I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm looking at too much news. I have to do something fun.
I know.
Or go take a bath or go outside.
I'm the same way. Yesterday I tweeted out that I'm like, I have so much things to do, but all I really want to do is watch Lord of the Rings and just forget about everything.
The new one or the old one? Well, the new one's not out yet.
Yeah, the new one's not out. Shit, no.
Me and Frank just started rewatching the old one, the old movie. We started from the first one.
Yeah, I want to do that. And my husband hasn't seen it in 20 years since it came out in the theater.
Me too.
So I'm like, okay, we're watching it. So we're supposed to watch the trilogy this weekend. So you have to as well, Chrissy. because it's
Wow, the
amazing.
whole weekend. Shoot, I'm gonna be in Boston this weekend at the Fan Expo.
Are you?
Yeah, it's exciting. We're having a Simpcast panel on Saturday at 4:00. So if any of you guys are gonna be in Boston, check it out.
Okay, well, you know what? Since we're talking about this, what you just talked about, for those of you that don't know who Chrissy Mayer is, I mean, I don't know if you're living under
How
a
could
rock
you
or not,
not?
but if you don't, please tell everybody who you are, where they can find you.
Yes, I am a comedian, a stand-up comedian, and I also sometimes do some podcasts. Follow me at Chrissy Mayer on all things. My Instagram is Chrissy Mayer Pod. Website is chrissymayer.com. I got a bunch of stand-up shows coming up, like Austin, Philly, Orlando, Florida, New Orleans. I'm gonna be kind of all over next couple months. So get your tickets. What else is going on? I mean, I could go through all of my show dates, but that would bore you. So
that's fine.
Yeah.
But your links, all of them are in the description down below. So you want to check out all of her links, subscribe to everything she's got going on because you don't want to miss anything. And Nvidia coming in with $2 saying, looking fresh tonight, Chrissy.
I am often unbrushed. If Nvidia notices this when I do my 10 a.m. show, because I just roll out of bed, usually running late, and I go like, I'm usually unbrushed like on the mornings where I'm like, I'm gonna skip the gym. I'm just gonna roll out.
Aw, you always look brushed to me. I don't know what she's talking about.
You. This is because I have an unbrushed aesthetic.
Yeah. Okay. Andrew Thomas says, I got introduced to you, Nina, thanks to Chrissy's Simpcast.
Yes. Here, this is what we're doing. We're making memories. We're making connections.
We're making connections. That's exactly what's going on. No, I have not seen Bullet Train, James. I have not, but I will check it out. I've not even heard of it. But speaking of movies and movie-like things, Kevin Smith was in the news again. And this time, not because of the stupid Batgirl comments that he made. They were dumb as fuck.
When did he start having such bad takes?
When he lost the weight. And before we get into that, I'm going to play this clip because this is the only Kevin Smith clip I got. And I think it's always relevant.
Pointed out, like at one point I talked to my Netflix friends and I was like, I mean, did you see this? Like, are we in trouble? And they were very kind. And this is not meant to mock anybody, but they were like, Kevin, do you think we decide to pick up other seasons of shows based on the audience rating at Rotten Tomatoes? And I was like, you don't? And they're like, fuck no.
Wow.
Gross.
Kevin Smith basically got like kind of insta-karma'd because he came out and he talked shit about Zaslav and his decision to cancel Batgirl. And lo and behold, Kevin Smith's new DC series canceled by HBO Max.
Wow, this is hot news, Nina. This is like right off the press.
Fresh off the presses. This is what we got over here. Kevin Smith's series has been canceled. But the funny part, though, well, not so much funny, is that the dude's already got paid for it.
Oh, man.
He's not going to get really affected by this, except for the fact that his series is not coming out. But it says another day, more bad news coming out of Warner Bros. Discovery camp, already plagued with the turmoil surrounding their two most anticipated DC Extended Universe films. The company merger caused more disruptions to rumble through the franchise. The latest casualty of the merger is a legendary, I don't know if I would call him legendary, director and filmmaker Kevin Smith's strange adventures. Would you call him legendary, Chrissy Mayer?
I would call him infamous.
Infamous is a better word, I feel like. I don't know if I would call it legendary. Like when I think legendary director, I think of someone like, Steven Spielberg. Exactly.
Tarantino. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, God, who's the guy that directed Casino and I'm so bad with it. Yeah, no, not Scarface, because that was the other guy.
Someone in the chat will know.
Oh my God, people in the chat will know. God, I'm being such a girl right now.
Al Pacino? No.
Al Pacino is an actor that was in Heat and all of the movies that he makes, but people know. Scorsese. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. I am so Like it was on the tip of my tongue, and it just wouldn't come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when I think of legendary, that's who I think about. I definitely don't think about Kevin Smith as that. But
no.
So in a recent episode of Hollywood Babylon with Ralph Garman, Kevin Smith talked about his involvement in the project, and new CEO David Zaslav axed it. While discussing Strange Adventures, he seemed genuinely confused by the actions taken after the merger. He called canceling a Latina fat girl movie a bad look in the wake of all the actions taken by the white lead of white lead.
Ugh.
What?
How can he, as a white person, even mention the word white?
What the hell does that
non-ironically?
How about groomer lead? Like you could say.
And there's also a lot of people who don't think Ezra Miller is white. Doesn't he have a splash of something Asian in there?
Does he? I don't know. I don't think so.
Isn't he like gently Filipino or something?
No. Definitely
There's something
not.
going on with his eyes. All right, fine. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Look it up, but I definitely don't think he's not Asian. He's Jewish. I know, like
maybe that's just what happens when you're like
Jewish.
kind of gay. You're like, are you Asian? What's going on?
Maybe that's what it is.
What is Ezra Miller's race?
I know he's Jewish. He's half Jewish. I know that, but I don't.
Okay.
Pretty sure his mom's like Polish and stuff. So no, definitely no. But yeah, so white lead of Flash, Ezra Miller. Zaslav said the film received lousy pre-screenings feedback, and therefore they believed the better option was to take $20 million write-off by canceling the film. Smith believes that there had to be something more to his actions. He even referred to Zaslav's previous work. The CEO previously axed CNN Plus. Thank fuck. For Zaslav. Who fucking cares about CNN Plus? Like freaking Kevin Smith was apparently devastated that CNN Plus was canceled.
Wow, he's the one person who like already downloaded it.
Right?
Because he was paid to. Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought too.
Yes. His dad is Ashkenazi Jewish and the mom is Dutch German.
I thought she was Polish, but hey, that's white.
And he's from Jersey.
Yeah, he's from Jersey. Mm-hmm.
So
I did a whole series of videos on Ezra Miller. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure I knew that he wasn't Asian.
He seems
like I've researched this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, something Smith believes was personal vendetta for creating it before he took over. Strange Adventures was an anthology project Kevin Smith signed on to work on a few years ago. He recalled believing it would be a $4 million project. To his surprise, he was floored when he discovered he was involved in a $20 million project. He was given a list of lesser-known characters to choose from outside the typical Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman levels. The director decided to create a story involving Bizarro, a flip side of Superman, and Jimmy Olsen, a longtime photographer accompanying Lois Lane. The final script saw Bizarro attempting to create a mirror version of Metropolis. In it, he was the hero Superman. He would later discover that he was a hated villain. The most surprising revelation he gave was that Kevin Smith was going after none other than Nicolas Cage to play Bizarro. Oh. Cage had previously been slated to play Superman in a failed Tim Burton film, Superman Lives. Kevin Smith didn't hide his ire for how Zaslav had handled the Warner Brothers merger. While he said the Strange Adventures was a long shot and he was happy he got paid. That's what I mean. He got paid.
Mm-hmm.
And even understood the decision to axe it, he spoke prophetically to his doubts about the long-awaited Green Lantern series, and even believed that HBO Max itself would cease to exist by the time Zaslav was finished with the merger. Towards the end of the conversation, Smith echoed feelings of many fans at the recent string of announcement. It was hard to be a DC fan, and it has been since Batman v Superman hit the theaters years ago. Blah, 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 blah. And that's basically the high and lows of this article. That project that he's got going on will never see the light of day. And I, for one, don't give a fuck, because Kevin Smith is a sellout who shat on his fans when people would just criticize what they thought about Motu. He blocked people like Tom Connors, which is ridiculous. Tom's been a lifelong fan of Kevin Smith, and he went on a blocking spree for just because people were not happy with what he was doing with Masters of the Universe. So I don't know. Fuck Kevin Smith.
He got skinny, and then I guess, I don't know, he's like, he doesn't need anybody anymore. He doesn't need the fans.
No.
Some people think he bumped his head and maybe had a concussion, and like, I don't know, maybe he's got what Biden has, which is like doubles and clones and different people subbing in.
I think it's because he also went vegan, and once you go vegan,
okay,
he's
not getting enough protein to his brain.
Not enough neurons firing.
Yeah, the takes you're hearing are the result of a lot of soy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And it's so funny that you bring up soy, because that's actually a really good segue into this other article that I wanted to cover tonight. Because
what kind of coffee are you drinking?
I'm not drinking coffee. I'm drinking tea.
Making a segue motion. What kind of tea do you drink?
Earl Grey. It's Earl Grey tea.
Fancy.
This was the other article, because you said soy, and it was a great segue, because apparently civil rights groups, including Al Sharpton-led organizations, urge USDA to fix a dietary racism in school lunch programs. And I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to tell you the lowdown.
Racist?
So this is how food is racist.
Okay.
Food is racist because there's a program where kids get fed in school. It's the NSLP, the National Lunch Program. And in these meals, it usually comes with milk. And these people, these groups here are claiming that milk is racist. And I mean, you would think because it's the color, like you'd be like, wait, is it because milk is white?
Yeah. Are they offering chocolate milk as well? Because that I can understand.
No. Apparently, they think that milk is racist because more people of color kids, including Latinos, Black kids. Let's see. Hold on. Latino. There we go. It's patently discriminatory to acquire a doctor's note for nearly ubiquitous condition. They wrote in a letter, Black, Native American, Asian, and Latino kids are being punished for their race and heritage because they claim that more of these kids, right here, according to the Civil Rights and Health Group, 80% of Black and Latino people have more than 90% of Asians and more than 80% of Indigenous Americans are lactose intolerant compared to the 15% of white people. And therefore, milk is racist.
Okay.
And must be removed at all costs. This has to do with lactose.
If this is true, then like the same would hold true for like Italian kids. Like I have heard that, there are diets that go by, okay, where are you from? What were your people eating? Your body is probably better equipped to eat. Like I'm Norwegian and German. So like I can handle like maybe more dried fish than the average bear. Maybe just, or like, so, I mean like, yeah, but I'm not even lactose. Like I don't tolerate lactose well. And I don't really have that. I mean,
my husband is lactose intolerant and I'm
most
not.
Adults can't tolerate lactose, and kids can only tolerate it somewhat because they're kids and they can eat a lot of garbage and their bodies just put up with it and process it. But I would say most human beings are not equipped to digest cow's milk. But to say that that's racist is fucking dumb, because I would just say overall human beings like have difficulty digesting lactose. But here's the thing is like, okay, you're going to complain, but what do you suggest instead?
Now, here's what they're suggesting instead, Chrissy. Soy milk.
Boo. And really? Do you want your boys to grow tits? It's like these kids should be drinking water. I'm not a fan of kids or anybody drinking milk. And I think like the sugary juices need to go too. The Gatorades need to go. Like just do water. Or like, I don't know,
Or
coconut
orange
water is good
juice,
too.
like at the very least, like
Yeah.
have like a fucking
But
OJ or an
soy
apple
milk
juice.
that's a big no.
Soy
Yeah.
milk is a big no for me because because of the estrogen, it fucks with your hormones. It is known to cause breast cancer. That's one of the reasons I stopped like having soy sauce. You know, that's one of the reasons I stopped like
Wow.
consuming soy
Why
in
wouldn't they do,
general.
if this is their freaking argument, why wouldn't they do oat milk? Like, why wouldn't they do coconut milk?
I think the reason for this, and obviously it's not mentioned in this article, but I think the reason for this, because of who is involved in this group here, like the Black Lives Matter people and Al Sharpton and all these people that are involved, I think it's money. So I think it's some sort of soy milk company.
You think Big Soy is
Big
lining the
Soy.
pockets of Black people?
I think they're like going in and giving these people money and being like, "Hey, we want you to go and tell, the food and
Yeah,
drug, whatever, the
we need to
NSLP,
we need to get
we
our
need
foot
soy."
in the
Yeah.
school lunch program. So just
Mhm.
say that regular milk is racist.
Yeah, I think that that's what's going on. But
Okay.
obviously, it's not like saying that in this article, but that's my theory.
Yeah, of course. Why else would be the motivation? It's like, or just like if your kid can't process milk, just tell them to not drink it. It's not that hard.
Big Soy. I know that was funny.
Fucking
It's
Big
Big
Soy, man.
Soy.
Big Soy is behind all of it.
Fucking Big Soy. So yeah,
Because
that's
soy
what's
milk
going
has taken, this makes sense because soy milk has tanked. Like, when was soy milk popular? The early aughts, the 90s?
Yeah, like
Now we have oat milk, we have coconut milk, we have like
almond
all these
milk.
other kinds of the nut milks have come up, and Big Soy can't handle it.
Big Soy is pissed, like, because they
Mhm.
can't keep up. And all these studies are coming up about soy being bad for you and
Yep.
soy milk being fucking
And the
terrible.
kids getting
And I mean,
boobs that aren't
yeah, and I
supposed
mean,
to.
look at the state of our men. Like all these guys who are going around drinking soy tea lattes and soy
Mhm.
fucking whatever,
Yep.
they're all turning into big.
They're all shills for Big Soy.
They're all, I'm sorry,
Almond
but
milk. Yes, almond milk. I used to drink that
I used to
like
drink
all the
almond
time.
milk too. But listen, guys in the chat, if you're going around to Starbucks or whatever and you're like, give me a soy like chai
Stop it.
latte with like extra like
You
cinnamon.
better be whispering that order, because don't be heard, having those words come out of your mouth if there's chicks around. All
Yeah,
right?
well,
Write your soy order on a piece of paper and quietly slide it. across
yeah,
the
and I'll
counter.
tell you this. This is what it means if you're going around doing this.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Oh, it's like, I have sex with cow milk and relationships with soy milk. That means you're gay.
If you're going around drinking soy tea lattes, man, I got news for you.
Do you not get copy striked for using this video?
No, you don't. It's
Okay.
too small. It's too short for them to be like, "Fuck you." At
Okay.
least I haven't yet gotten hit with it.
Well,
so
I'm
thank
kind of a
God.
size queen, so
Oh.
if it's too short.
Hmm. Bird Up for 5 says legendary directors
Bird
are the
Up.
ones that change and enhance culture. Kevin did some funny movies and then sold out. Yep, it's true. I mean, I like his earlier movies. Obviously, I love Jay and Silent Bob. I like Mallrats. I like
Yeah, those were all great.
pretty much up to like Dogma, and then after that, it's fucking crapshoot.
Yep.
Thanks for that super chat, Bird Up.
Bird
And
Up.
Bradley Burnett for 5 says Kevin Smith sold out so much. Oh, little poppers. Kevin Smith sold out so much that he'll probably put a giant spider in all his movies now, because spiders are the fiercest killers in the insect
Are
kingdom.
they really?
I don't know. Are they?
Did Big
Maybe?
Spider put out a hit piece?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like scorpions might have something on spiders, but
Yes.
I don't know.
Everyone knows the Clintons are the fiercest killers in the animal kingdom.
Whoa! God damn! I was gonna call you Brittany because you're not Brittany.
That
at
is
all, though.
something Britler would say.
That is yes, and trying to get me canceled. God damn.
Oh,
Test site for $20. Thank you so much for your generosity. Says, hey Nina, hope all is well. Apologies if I derailed the conversation, but I want to ask you if you've ever seen Gargoyles, the animated series. Hell yeah, I've seen it. Grew up on that shit. Also, is there any homework that nerdrotic that you found yourself really enjoying? Well, he told me to watch Silicon Valley, and it's been absolutely the highlight of my.
What a great show.
So good. I don't know how I missed it because Mike Judge is like one of my favorite directors of all time, like one of my favorite people because he made King of the Hill. And
TJ Miller was so fucking funny in that show. And like I bumped into him the other day at Stand Up New York, and I just was like, he's so freaking cool to be. He's just like a cool, regular, normal guy. You know what? I got to follow up with him about having him on my show.
Oh
Such
my
a normal, cool guy. And I can't believe he's not more famous. I can't believe he's not constantly being mobbed by fans. Like, he was so funny.
Oh my God. I'm a fan of him now because of this show. Because he's so funny.
What was his character's name?
Oh my God, I forget. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
It was so funny. Oh man.
In Silicon Valley.
The chat knows.
What was his name? It was something funny though. Elric?
Oh, Elric, yeah.
Elric. It was so good. Oh, such a good show.
Oh, it's Eric. No, it was Eric. No, it was Ehrlich Bachman.
Elric. Yeah, that's right. Oh my God. It was so good. It was such a good show. And I have not finished it yet. I'm on season 3 now. I just started season 3. So
wow.
I'm excited. But thank you for that super chat. And Bird Up for 5 says, guys drinking soy dry out of every Wahoo in a 50-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. And then Kryptonian Jedi for 2 says, Nina, have you watched Angel yet? If so, thoughts? No, man. Angel's gonna be a minute because I have so many other things to catch up on first. But I will watch it, and I'm planning on hitting up Mahler, and we're gonna do some sort of review at some point with Mahler. So cool. That'll be fun. Okay. Next up, we got to talk about it because it's probably one of the biggest things in the news right now is the quote unquote raid of Donald Trump. And I know that like I've been hearing so much stuff about it, and I've heard that they don't like you calling it a raid or something, like especially on Twitter, like people are being suspended, and
do you have to say that like they're fortifying his belongings? You can't call it a raid. You have to.
I don't know, but I heard, like a seizure. I'm not sure what you're supposed to say, but they don't like you calling it raid.
They're just tidying up. They're just sort of they're relocating his things.
Yes, that's
doing
right.
some spring cleaning.
That's right. And they also spring cleaned apparently Melania's wardrobe.
Yep, they were looking through her panties. They were in her drawers. Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think, Chrissy, that Donald Trump would have hidden secret documents in Melania Trump's underwear drawer?
I would if I were him. Yeah. I have all my secret documents rolled up actually in my vibrator. Like all I have to do is unscrew the top and all the secrets are inside. But I don't know if Melania is like a vibrator type chick.
Why not? Of course she would be.
Yeah, that's true. She's
because I mean she's married to Donald Trump. She's probably like
Trump's not hitting it. So
no,
yeah.
No. I would think she has multiple.
She was banging the security guard from Tiffany's at one point.
She was
a couple of years ago. Yeah, it was rumored.
Oh my God. But they're both banging different people. I mean, these people are weird.
Banging whoever.
Yeah, exactly. Wrapped around the battery. NVIDIA. NVIDIA. My
How
God.
could you? Yeah, where would you hide stuff? Maybe like in a book, right? Well, where would the FBI look for stuff? They'd probably look in your books. They'd shake out your books.
Hmm.
So you gotta put it somewhere where they're not gonna look. Yeah, maybe inside it. Well, they probably do like rip open the chairs and stuff. And
Well, like for example, I'll tell you my Mexican search story because I got searched in Mexico. Like our car got raided or searched.
damn,
Yeah, because well, we were moving here and like we were driving from Vancouver. So like as we're driving through Mexico, the military police stopped us because there's two different types of police that would stop you in Mexico. And one of them is the military, and one of them is the municipal police. Actually, if you get stopped by the municipal police, it's actually worse than if you get pulled over by the military, believe it or not. So anyways, the military pulls us over. They start searching the car because they're like, we got to do the drug search thing and whatever. So they start searching like through everything. We had so much stuff in the car because we were moving through the fucking country. So like we had a shit ton of stuff. So they're like, searching the car, whatever. And then my husband was getting kind of like irritated and I was getting nervous because he was getting irritated. And I was like, stop getting irritated. Let them search. Like, who cares? Because it's like, that's their job and they're Mexican and they're
I'm
angry.
just
and they
saying,
have
like,
guns.
just don't cough. Keep your butthole clenched.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then it comes to like they're like they search the trunk, they couldn't see anything. So they come to the back seat and they start searching like our personal belongings. So then they start going into my purse. And my husband at this point is getting like really upset. And I was like, it's fine, let him search it. Who cares? Like, and I saw like I go up to the guy and I'm like, can I help you like search so this can go faster? Cause it's like really hot out. And I just want you to I just want to get this over with. So I start pulling out stuff out of my purse and I'm like, see, like I got tampons, I got this, I got that. So
I got used tampons. Are you happy now?
It wasn't used. It wasn't used. It was just regular tampons. And I pull it out and I like, show it to him. And I'm like, you got this. I like, and he starts getting nervous. Like the cop's like, never mind. Like, never mind. And
yeah, because you got him with your lady stuff. That's what you have to do.
And then he was like, you know what? Never mind. Like, you're fine. Go. And so he got all like,
here's my diva cup. And then you throw blood on him.
I wish I could have done that, but no. I've never tried a diva cup before.
No, me neither.
Chrissy.
I never will. It creeps me out.
I feel like it's really gross. Like,
why are you collecting your blood? What are you gonna do with it? What's your plan?
I feel like it's really gross. Like, I don't know if I could do that. Like,
I don't actually want to see how much blood I'm giving off either. Like, I don't want to know the amount. I want to be able to visualize it.
Right. I just feel like it's like, I think I'm just too old fashioned. I'm like, I don't like,
yeah.
No,
my tamps are working for me. If it's broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Why do I need to be sticking Tupperware up there?
Right. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like a balloon. It's like,
yeah.
You're like, I'm like, dude, I don't need that, bruh. But yeah, so then you hear in the news that like, he got like just raided and he wasn't even there apparently. And like they made his lawyers and stuff stand outside while this was happening.
Yep.
Yeah, they literally made him sweat, which also made me think about the fact that like it kind of reminded me of the elections when
they wouldn't let people watch.
They would, when they wouldn't let people watch, which is kind of a weird thing to say.
It's sus. Yeah, you have to let people watch.
Yeah, like why not?
Hey, phrasing.
Like letting people watch, but they wouldn't let people watch. And I feel like they're kind of doing the same thing here because they were like, well, we got away with it last time of not letting people watch. Why can't we not let people watch this time? And they kind of did the same thing. And so it just feels kind of icky. Like
it's very icky.
Yeah.
They wanted the staff to turn off the security cameras.
They did. They wanted the staff to turn off the security cameras. And, there's just so much stuff coming out like I feel like the FBI is completely kind of as an organization, they've lost all credibility, at least in my book, because there's been several instances where they've completely let the public down. And one of the ones that was actually really recent was with that girl that was the gymnast girl that turned out was her and a whole bunch of other Olympian gymnasts were being molested, and the FBI knew and they didn't do anything about it for like the longest time. And I feel like that's like one of the most basic things that you could possibly want the FBI to investigate, because we're not even talking about political personalities involved or anything like that. We're talking about like athletes and an Olympic organization, and they dropped the ball completely, and they're just a corrupt organization at this point. Like, and
I mean, the Olympics is a huge money-making organization as well, and it's linked in with whatever city the Olympics are happening in. It's like, and do they want to lose that kind of business? How much money are they making from these gymnasts? If they actually acknowledge this and call out this trainer, lots of people get in trouble. There's a whole chain of command. It's not just the trainer that gets in trouble. It's everybody around that person. It's who hired them. It's like who saw these red flags and looked the other way. It's lots of people start. It's the FBI is similar to Big Soy. You can't quite trust them.
I don't trust them at all. And I think that one of the biggest things, other than, because that all just kind of came crashing down. But obviously the other big thing is like the Hunter Biden investigation. Like, what is going on with that? Like, we don't hear anything about that kind of stuff. And, nobody on that side ever seems to be getting any investigations or anything done.
Nope.
Like, nobody in the current administration is being looked at under any circumstances. And it just feels like a big dog and pony show. And at this point, I'm kind of like, I feel like the FBI just kind of handed the midterms to the Republicans in a way, because that's coming up. And I don't know. I think that the memory span of people is short, Chrissy, but do you think that this is something that is going to be a big
I think so, because
factor?
I think the fact that no president has ever been like raided before, and people are going like, yeah, Trump's been like out of the public eye for years, and we've seen the left-wing media like bring him up as if he's still president, can't stop talking about him. They're completely obsessed. And I think this raid kind of inspired a lot of people that may have been on the fence to be like, all right, maybe I'm not the biggest fan of Trump and I maybe wouldn't have voted for him, but this is really fucked up. And so I can't be voting Democrat because they let this happen. They signed off on this. So, it's almost like voters are always going to be like, okay, like what's the least? They're both evil. What's the lesser evil? And I think the lesser evil is going to be Trump in this case because just of the insane overstepping.
Well, I just think it's really weird too because of what you just said. Because has Trump even announced that he's going to run again? Because
he's hinted at it, and maybe not technically. He's
hinted at it, but I don't think it's just weird to me because it's like as if they're terrified.
Like, what is he waiting for?
Yeah, but they're terrified of this guy saying I'm gonna run again or something. It's like, why are you so scared of him running? If you think that he's that bad and you have so much trust in your people, right? You think that over 186 million people voted for the Dems, right? Like, or quote unquote, like that's what they're claiming. Like, so if you think that many people really love you, why would you want to villainify this guy the way that you are, even though he's not even in the public, he's not even in public office anymore? So
yeah, they have to get something on him. They have to like bone him for January 6th. All their attempts, like the Russian collusion was bullshit. The two impeachments were bullshit. Nothing's really taking. People are sick of hearing about January 6th. People are sick of all the trials. And so it's like, either they went there to get something about the 6th or they went there to plant something.
See, a lot of people are saying the planting thing, and I kind of I could see it. It's not like they've never done that kind of thing before, It's not like it's unheard of that just the regular police would plant evidence, let alone the FBI. And to do something like this it's I don't
This
know.
super chat from Bird Up, is this a direct quote from Merrick Garland or?
Merrick Garland, let's keep all the heat on Trump so people will forget about the Epstein list and stop asking who's on it. Well, I'm not sure if this is
Probably
a
not a
direct
direct
quote,
quote.
but
I'd be like, that's so honest.
I'm pretty, because Merrick Garland is the judge, right? Because that's the dude
That's the one that had to have signed off on the raid.
Yeah, and that dude was involved in the Epstein defense, and I'm pretty sure he was probably on that island list.
Yes, he looks like he was.
I think he was in the manifesto,
Mhm.
and I don't know if it's just
He put a couple orders in. Yeah.
I mean, it's just so crazy, Chrissy. Like, it's like, are we ever going to see any fucking repercussions for any of this bullshit? I like, it's a constant thing.
Yeah, don't hold your breath, but also, yeah, really don't forget, because it's the short memory is what bucks people up. Like, don't like, they're trying to distract you in every which way. So
It's the U.S. Attorney General.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and I feel like I really want the American people to do something about it. I don't know what. And I'm not
just
I'm not
stay
for
noisy.
violence.
Don't get distracted and just keep talking about it.
I just want
keep saying no.
Yeah, I just want people to do something about it. And by that I don't mean violence. I just want some sort of consequences. I don't know how you're going to get it, but if you're going to get it through the midterms, just vote, man. Just vote. I don't know what to tell you. You got to get these people out. They're insane. They're ruining the world.
Yeah.
Bird Up, thank you so much for that $5. And Bird Up for another $5 says he should hide it in Hunter's laptop. The FBI will never look there.
That's true.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
So true.
Bradley Burnett for $5 says it's not a raid. It was an action to preserve democracy.
Fortifying.
Geez, people, don't you know a newspeak? Yeah, you're right. God, I gotta keep up with the newspeak. There's just so much. It's like, and they're changing terms every day. So I'm like, I don't know anymore. NVIDIA for $2 says it was the most secure search in history.
The best search.
It was the best search. There's been no other search like this ever in the history of the presidents of the United States.
That's pretty good, Nina.
Aw, thanks. I also do it like this too. Hold on. Let's see. Wait, let me do it. Hold on. I got this. Okay. It was the best raid ever in the history of the United States presidents who's ever been raided. It wasn't my wife's panties.
We should do the whole show like that.
We should, but I won't. The good Tom King for $2 says, what's the shirt say, Chrissy?
It says question everything.
Ooh, I actually love that shirt.
Even question if this shirt is too see-through to wear on a podcast.
It's not.
Okay.
I mean, well, I could see your bra. Just a little bit.
It's yeah.
That's the problem with white shirts.
You never know till you put them on. When the lights hit it, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, for us, it's a problem, but for the guys, I don't think that's a problem. That's a solution.
Yeah. We want to keep them watching.
NVIDIA for another $2. Thank you so much. Says sometimes the implication is more powerful. That's true. I don't know. But do you think they're going to get him on something, Chrissy? Like finally, in the 15 boxes that they took out. Like, I mean, that's one of the things you hear over and over too.
No,
the 15 boxes.
If they do find or plant something, it's going to only appeal to the never Trumpers, the people that they've already won over, the people that already hate him. So I think it's going to be really hard to win over any new people unless you say like, here he was definitely on the flight log. He definitely went to Epstein Island. It would take something that big for the like regular fan of Trump, so the undecided to be like, oh shit, you know. But at this point, like whatever they dream up is just gonna be for the people who didn't like him to begin with.
I mean, it's so crazy to me because like like, we're never going to find out what happened with the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. We're never going to find out like so much of this stuff. But then here we are talking about fucking Donald Trump's house being raided.
Right.
Who cares? Like, I don't understand. There's so much more important things happening and we have no idea what's happening. I mean, Hunter Biden is, doing fucking crack with minors. Like,
But then what do you say to people who go, well, Hunter Biden's not running the country. Why do we care what he does?
I don't give a fuck if he's running the country or not. His father is running the country. And if you have a fucking, son for a pedo, I think that people need to know about it.
Look, Nina, it's very stressful being the president's son. Okay. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Hold on. We got to can you do like a Hunter expression?
Other than
I'm
this
a
one?
pedo. I like little girls and doing cheese.
Is Malia there? Tell her she left her credit card at my house. It's covered in white stuff. Yeah.
There's so much white stuff going on around here. It's called Parmesan cheese.
These chicks are so annoying. They keep making me wear condoms. I keep taking them off.
Oh my God.
You want to see my tattoos?
Wait, he has got tattoos?
Yeah, man. They're of the Finger Lakes because that's my favorite place to finger chicks. Down by the lakes.
Andy Masterson, shout out to Andy. He's the one that made that doll.
Yep. It's my favorite.
Bradley Burnett, thank you so much for the $10. Says the judge who issued the Trump warrant was a former federal prosecutor who was going after Epstein. That's the dude. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck that guy. Then left to go to work for Epstein and represented Epstein people. Shady? No, of course not. Get out of here. Get out of here. Epstein he's a good guy.
Good guy. Definitely killed himself.
God, he was so suicidal. Bird up for 5.
True.
If Trump's name was on the Epstein list, they would have already nailed it.
They would have posted it with every other name blacked out but Trump's.
or they would have released the list. Maybe.
Not if everybody else who was on there is like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of important peeps, a lot of important men on that list.
Well, we know like the Queen basically, fucking threw out Prince Andrew because of it.
Right. Is he like basically in the doghouse forever? Does he have to like go live in the garage or something?
Yeah. Like she took everything from him. She was like, fuck you. Like she basically disowned him.
He has to do OnlyFans now.
Yeah. Yeah. If he wants to pay for more of those drugs and those trips to those islands, he's going to have to make a.
He has to join a carnival and be like, welcome to Prince Andrew's wild ride.
Oh my God. It's like one of those like things from Pinocchio, like, that circus guy that was like freaking recruiting them kids.
Oh. Grab a lollipop and hop aboard.
Oh God. Why is this? Why?
I know he's so unattractive too. Why?
But also there was this other bit of news that I thought was interesting was, hold on a second. Where is that?
Wow. CB in the chat said that Obama took 30 million pages. Holy shit.
Yeah. So did fucking Hillary. So did a lot of people have fucking taken classified stuff. And then this was interesting to me. Comey McCabe Page and whatever the fuck this guy's name is, dropped from Trump's sprawling civil lawsuit. This happened July 22nd. So about, a week or two ago, they dismissed this. A federal judge on Friday dismissed 5 former FBI officials, including all of these people, from a lawsuit that former President Donald Trump filed against them and other political opponents related to the Russian investigation. So like right after this happens, then the raid happens, which I think is a little fishy as well. I don't know. I thought that was an interesting timing for that. Just
interesting. Maybe he has to do that so he can run again, or maybe he's teaming up with them, or maybe like if he's compromised in some way, they've struck a deal that he's got to take them out of the lawsuit. I don't know.
I don't know. There's so much stuff. Meanwhile, because we're talking about Hillary, Hillary made a post as well with regards to the Trump raid. And this was ridiculous.
Oof.
And I saw it too. And she
She
came out and
really
said,
tweeted that? I thought that was fake.
no, she really tweeted that. That was from the official Hillary Clinton account. And she said every but her emails, hat or shirt sold helps onward together partners defend democracy, build a progressive bent, and fight our values. Just saying. And then she's got this picture of herself from like 40 years ago.
Oh my God, how freaking confident do you have to be in your evilness? She's just like untouchable. She's just throwing it in everybody's face.
She's like, I'm too big to fail, and like I could do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, she's like, I can kill people, and I'll still be like, buy my merch.
I did it. It's just like fucking OJ and his book.
Yeah,
like if
basically this is Hillary being like, hello, Twitter world.
If I did it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Nvidia for 5 says, I think you're missing the key fact that Orange Man bad.
Oh, right. Orange Man is bad.
I mean, mean tweets, God, fuck. I mean, yeah, if I did it, that's what it was. If I did it.
Yeah.
This is her OJ moment.
Yeah.
But there was like some reactions to that. You got Tim Young saying Hillary's out here bragging that she nor Epstein client bill will ever be raided by the FBI because it's clearly a two-tier justice system. You got Buzz Patterson saying the ultimate grifter selling merch on Trump raid. Stay classy, Hillary. You got Tim Pool saying Hillary's fundraising off admitting she did worse than what Trump is accused of. This is the perfect example of a Democrat double standards. She's gloating that she is above the law and knows Democrats will give her money for it.
She's a thug.
It's wild to me. It's wild. And then it's so crazy because I was like reading some of the replies to some of the stuff, like, whether it was her tweet or other stuff, like, a lot of people with regards to the emails anyways, like the lefties, like their line of defense is that she was investigated and cleared of all charges. And I call bullshit on that because obviously, I mean, come on. There's so much corruption. How could we ever know that any of the stuff that's being handled is being handled properly, whether it's on her side or his side? It doesn't really matter. There's just so much corruption going on that both sides, like, I don't think you'll ever see any accountability for either side. It's just kind of fucking nuts to me. Bradley Burnett, thank you so much for the 5, says so much crap and BS in DC. To quote Nicholson's Joker, this town needs an enema.
Oh,
and that's true. It does.
It needs a colon cleanse. It needs a master cleanse. Like just nothing but cayenne pepper, lemon juice, maple syrup for 28 days. You poop it all out. You start over.
Yep. It really does. And you know what? And this is one of the things that I have gripes with Donald Trump about is specifically her, like, and specifically things that he said when he was running, like, I'm going to drain the swamp and I'm going to arrest Hillary and I'm going to do
too long. Yeah. He
he
lost his teeth.
Well, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he lost his teeth or if it was that he really didn't realize how corrupt these people really were or like what the situation was.
He also didn't realize how many bad people he had around him that were stifling him.
That too. I mean, and I feel like he was somewhat naive in some ways. Like it's like he really didn't realize some of the snakes that were around him. And, some people were really fucked up. And it's just, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. There was more responses, but it's more of the same thing. You know how it is. So yeah, that's what's going on with Donald Trump. Okay, ultimately, Chrissy, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think do you think he's going to just come out tomorrow and be like, you know what, I'm running for president with DeSantis?
I think so. I don't think with DeSantis, but then who would he pick? Man, unless they're really totally in on this together, and they're just going to
I
surprise
think they're going to do
everybody.
it. I think they're going to do a Trump DeSantis ticket. What do you think? You don't
That
think
would be
that's going to be
powerful. That would be a powerful union of far right extremists and and people who just love freedom and are sick of the insanity and the bullshit. And like, I think they really could help to get our country back on track if they don't like fuck around.
Okay,
But it's pretty
so
deep.
apparently Robert Barnes, apparently to Gear Master Gear
Wow,
says it's
that's
with DeSantis. Robert Barnes said
exciting.
that they already talked. Wow.
I would buy their merch.
Hey, I still want to get one of those rootin' for Putin shirts from you. I got to
Ooh,
get one of those.
flagranttriggers.com.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Can you wait? Do you have a? Can you put that in my private chat so that I
Yes.
can link it?
Oh yeah, I got a
'Cause
bunch of shirts there.
I would love to get one of those for myself.
It's
Because
a real
I
crowd
do.
pleaser.
I am rooting for Putin at this point. Because A, I don't like Nazis. And B, I don't like COVID. And he seems to be the
Yeah.
only person that's getting rid of
He
that
just
shit.
doesn't want Russia to go gay like we have.
Wait, what is this? That is not your link. This is I moved in
Oh,
with my husband after 21 years of
that's
being
literally
gay.
a link to an article that I want to talk about on Simcast. Whoops. It's an article about a couple who
I'm
they
like,
didn't
what
live
is
together. That's imagine I sent you something like naughty. Oh
I
my
know
God.
if it was porn or something, I would be like,
I really
"Oh,
don't
bro."
watch porn. I only watch the porn of like that my friends are in, and only from like a supportive aunt point of view. I'm like, good for you.
Oh my
You
God.
did that.
You
I never
put the
think.
same article in the private chat.
Okay, there's something wrong with my copy and paste. What the fuck?
You
Okay, here
bimbo.
it is. Here it is. I did it twice. What's wrong with me?
I'm like trying to plug your
Okay,
rooting for
okay.
Putin.
Just plug this article about the couple. No.
Oh my God. Okay, here we
Fuck.
go. Here we go. Okay. So this is the site we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, if you click on my
Yeah.
face, those are all the Chrissy Mayer shirts.
Ooh, there it is. Rooting for Putin. That's the one I want. Oh, it's got a Simcast one too.
Simcast.
Wait, do these come in like girl fittings, or are you just gearing it
These
towards
are
the
just
guys?
boy fittings, but I can order some girl ones. It just will take a while.
I feel like I need a girl version. Wait,
Aw.
extra small for a girl or for boys?
This is yeah, I
That'll
think
fit me.
these are men's sizes.
Yeah, extra small for men. That'll fit me probably.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting
Oh,
that.
yeah. Do it. They're so soft.
I'm also going to put this link right now in the chat because obviously you guys want to get some of these shirts. I don't know what you like, but obviously you got to be rooting for Putin at this
If Trump runs again, that American flag shirt's going to do well because it says
Hey,
"Make
that's
America
true.
Great Again."
Get Chrissy's
DeSantis
merch.
is a beast. He's got daddy energy. Like he
Mhm.
could get me to do anything, and I mean anything. Like I am fully behind him.
He's got really big dick energy.
Mhm.
I do appreciate DeSantis a lot. I think I appreciate him actually way more than Donald Trump, to be completely honest with you, because of his
sure.
handling of COVID. I thought his handling of COVID was way better than anybody.
He's a straight up boss, and he doesn't have that like peacocky showmanship energy that Trump does, and he can't help it. He's coming from reality TV and like New York real estate, so he's like he's just got that like peacock in him. Whereas like DeSantis is just like straight up boss.
These links are probably just dick pics and nudes. I like your icon. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
It's great. It's great.
Click at your own risk.
Click at your own risk. Okay, let me close some of these Donald Trump tabs because we're done with Donald Trump. It's over.
We're done for now.
The Donald Trump segment is over for now. But oh wait, because I have one more. Oh, deranged lunatic! Thank you so much for the super stick. What is it? Let me see. What
I can never see the stickers.
I pull them up from the chat so I can see because I like the stickers. I like them. Where but it's not coming up right now. I don't know.
I am currently peeling off my gel manicure
Oh,
because I like to peel it off like myself. Like, look, I
yeah.
have just a couple left.
It's so
And
gross.
I get it totally gone because I don't like it when they scrape it off. It's too scrapey.
Oh, I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow. I
Look
actually
at
had
yours.
to.
Oh my god, that matches your shirt.
Oh, yeah, it kind of
What the
does. I didn't realize.
hell?
But I'm going to get mine done tomorrow because these are in desperate need of attention right now. And I had like this whole situation with this nail salon today, and I was like,
What
so
happened?
mad. I was so angry because I went to I
Did they
went to
make
the
fun
same
of you
place.
in their own language behind your back?
No. I actually didn't go in. I was trying to get an appointment and they just totally ghosted me. And it was like the same place. And I was like, well, I don't understand. Like, I'm a
you know
good
who I
customer and I
am?
tip you well. And like I don't understand why you don't want my business. Like it was kind of like a really weird
Maybe somebody
situation.
just dropped the ball. Maybe something just fell through the cracks.
I think so. But at the same time, I was like, fuck you, because I feel like ignored now. So I'm gonna go take my business elsewhere.
I'm
And
kind
I
of
did.
famous at my nail place because I got into a huge fight on Christmas Eve with another with a mask Karen who was like shrieking at me to put a mask on.
oh my God.
And then as she was leaving, I said, "Goodbye, Karen." And then she came back in to yell at me.
Is that when you were with your mother-in-law?
Yes. Then she went back out, brought her huge black husband in to yell at me, hulking, 6 feet tall. I was just like, "What do you want me to?" I'm like,
Was Frank there?
No, he's not gay. He doesn't go to nail salons.
No, I thought maybe he came to pick you up and then he
Frank's
saw the
mom,
situation.
This is when I knew I was marrying into the right family because his mom is a fucking boss. She has big dick energy. She's a boss.
She's Italian.
She
Italian
is-
bitches are nuts.
All of the Italian came out that day. I was like, oh, I get it. This is what Sicilian women are like.
Wow.
She was like, oh, she was in his face. She was like, let's go. What are you gonna do? And I swear to God, he like almost like, I don't know. I thought they were gonna come to blows. She was like, what are you gonna do? Hit me? Come on. And it was nuts.
Oh my God. Over
like,
masks.
I was like, possibly I was like hit a little bit as a kid, so when I'm in conflict I freeze, like I don't really rise to the occasion like I should. But she was just like rah, 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 rah. It was great. I was like, oh, this lady has my back. I was like, I'll do anything for these people.
I feel like I'm kind of like the Hulk, like if I'm put in a position, because I'm usually very not like I'm very passive, you know.
You need to be like,
I'm a nice person.
When you're people know you're mad because you're busting through your clothes,
right?
Yeah.
Like if somebody like is aggressive towards me, or like especially if I get assaulted, like if somebody hits me or something, oh, like this beast comes out, and usually those people are very sorry.
Good for you.
So,
and I was so worried after this fight because I was like, I want to show my face in here again. Like, this is my place. Like, I don't want to find another place. And then I came back in, and then like it took like 5 or 6 months, but I finally got recognized. Like, oh, you from that fight from Christmas Eve? I was like, that's me. I'm like, is everything okay? They're like, no, she's crazy. I was like, does she come back? Yeah, she comes back, and she's always looking for you. And I was like, wow.
What? No. Oh my God.
I couldn't pick this woman out of a lineup. I know that she was like brunette and like typical looking. I just don't. I can't remember what. I think it's PTSD. I've blocked it out. But I guess she still goes and looks around to like, yeah. And we tipped really good that day because we were like, oh, that lady called the cops on us. Wow. She literally called the cops on the business to like literally like just snitch them out. And they don't care. The nail ladies don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're just like, let people do what they want to do.
What happened with the cops? Did they show up?
They came and they're like, oh, and they were like, and the nail lady, like the owner was like, everything's fine, you know. But it just sucks. Now it's like, wow, I don't know. They just made it real by calling the cops. I was so pissed because I'm like, this is a small business. Everyone here works really hard. They all work on holidays. It's just like, I couldn't believe this woman. Just like, man, the freaking entitlement.
I will say,
it's like, if you can't handle being called a Karen, like, don't leave your house.
I know, right? But I will say this: I really miss Asian nail ladies because I feel like they're like the best at nails, and
they are.
I haven't been able to find an Asian nail lady. So I'm like going to nail place to like actually looking for
That's
Asian.
racist, Nina.
I know. I know, but in the best way possible because I appreciate them. I'm like,
Yeah, because it's attention to detail. It's like
Mhm.
you have to be kind of a perfectionist. You have to be like artistically inclined. You have
Mm,
to have small hands. You have to
yes.
be nimble. You have
You
to
have
give a shit too.
you
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 have
have
to
to
like
care.
you have to
Yeah.
fill in. If you're willing
Yeah.
to do any kind of a design, like you can't just be like, "Ugh," you know,
Exactly.
like
Exactly. It's like it's the
really you want a French
design.
manicure? Okay. Really, you
Yeah.
want gel on your toes? Ugh, you know.
Yeah, dude, I'm sick and tired of the rolled eyes because I'm like, I want this finger like this and this finger like this and blah 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 because I like the
Yeah, yours is
designs. And then
complicated.
they're like, what?
I'm working up the confidence to ask for something different on each finger.
Really? I
Mhm.
always do like at least one different or two, you know. In
Ooh,
this case, it's
I
these
like
two here.
that. It looks like an 80s. It looks like a screensaver from the 90s.
Ooh.
Looks like
Ooh.
Windows 95.
Do you want to see something trip? Like
Yes.
because this is okay, this is my coaster.
Whoa! That looks like something you took
And it's
out
like,
of a car.
woo.
Dang. You want to see my coaster?
It's my coaster. Oh, what's it say?
This
Golly
is
gee.
golly gee, it's already screw this shit o'clock. This is a gift from an aunt. This is not something I would buy for myself, but like I like that somebody looks in this and goes, I have to get this for Chrissy. This is
I love
her.
that.
'Cause it's a
Aw.
redhead with a huge cocktail.
That's
And they're like,
hilarious.
that's my niece.
That is, oh my God, that's cute. That is you.
Mhm.
NVIDIA for 5 says, ask Chrissy about the special Simcast shirts at the Fan Expo.
I ordered a bunch of Simcast shirts. I don't actually think they're going to arrive in time to take to Boston this weekend. So I'm
Oh,
slightly traumatized over that. But the table cover arrived, and maybe I'll have bring a couple shirts to sell that I got from the seller. He sent over like a huge box, but I may not have my Simcast shirts. So
do you have like do you have any of the other ones, like the Chrissy Mayer ones or the Rootin' for
a
Putin's?
couple.
Take
I
all of
gotta order
those.
more.
Just take whatever you got and
Yeah.
sell that shit.
I'm gonna have to
Because
get some
people will buy it.
headshots printed to sell, and like maybe just like get a glamour shot.
Yeah, and take take all the shirts too, because people will just buy it, and especially if you sign the shirts, they'll
Okay.
and just
Maybe I'll just bring some like used underwear to sell. I'll just bring whatever and I'll just
fart in
sell
jars, girl, fart in jars. You
May-
can sell
yeah.
that shit for I don't know. I
a
don't know how
gently
much.
used candle. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
sell that.
I-
I'll just
I
sell
don't
my
know.
wares. I'll be like, what is this? A fucking garage sale? Like, what is this?
I don't know how much a fart in jar goes for these days, but you can.
No,
Oh,
I
God.
would never ever do that.
Thanks, NVIDIA. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, COVID broke people. It really did. It really
For
did.
real.
It's fucked up. Okay. Oh, last thing about the Bidens. Last thing. Because all this stuff is happening with Donald Trump. Meanwhile, the president holds grandson's Beau's hand and gives a grand salute from on top of the Air Force because they're going on vacation.
Oh, good for them.
They're going on family vacation with Deer Hunter.
Wait, this is the
There he is.
grandson has long hair like that?
Yeah, this is the grandson.
Ugh. Why?
He's a little boy.
Is he a little bohemian boy? Is he just, Mom, I want to grow my hair long? No, that's fucking weird.
He's
Cut your kid's hair.
I wonder how old he is.
Your kid looks like a homeless man. He looks like a homeless. He looks like the dude that sleeps on the corner by Compound Media.
Oh my God.
There's no reason to be the president's grandson and be unbrushed and uncut. Not uncut. I mean, like his hair is not cut. I don't know what's going on down
It's
there.
unkempt.
I don't want to know. Unkempt. Thank you.
A guy in his room for $2 says, "Is Chrissy gonna do stand up again at NYC?"
Yes, I will start getting up. I mean, I am getting up more at the Grizzly Pear. So I'm gonna post more. Are you in New York City? Okay, hit me up, and maybe I can get you into like watch Wet Spot in the studio audience sometime.
But
That
not
I can
for free.
definitely do. Not for free.
Just saying.
If you're cool, maybe we'll let you come hang.
Brick Hardcastle says, Chrissy, I love you.
Oh my god, I love you all in caps too.
Aw. Bird Up for 5 says grandson has long hair
Ew.
because there's more for granddad
Look
to
at
sniff.
this kid.
God,
Look
Bird
at this
Up.
kid's eyes. They tell a story, don't they? He's like, get me out of here.
Yeah,
Like, he
this
doesn't
kid
look
is-
happy and carefree. He looks like he's seen some shit.
He's like, let go of my fucking arm because he was like grabbing his arm, and the kid's
my
like, don't touch me.
God, what a little button.
But he looks kind of happy here
He's
though.
so cute.
He's adorable.
Oh my god.
There's the missus. Honestly,
I hate that I like that dress on her.
To be completely honest though, I think the most evil out of everybody is her.
Ugh. Yeah.
Because she's a doctor and she knows what's going on with Joe, and she's just letting him be a fucking doormat.
She's
and
she's one of the
she's just evil.
puppeteers.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's an evil bitch. There he is again. There's Hunter. Wait, didn't this dude bang like his brother's wife?
Yes. Went right for her.
Oof. This whole family is gross.
It is gross. I hate that I've seen Hunter's penis like many times. Like
Oh,
I couldn't stop.
God.
I couldn't stop looking at these photos.
Why, Chrissy?
I don't know. I couldn't look away. It was like a car crash.
He didn't fall down the plane this time, though, you guys.
Wow, what a win.
I know. I'm just scrolling through
If
the
I were that
images.
little kid, I would just have a hoodie on and like over my head all the time. I would just have it like closed up over my head so just to close off all the sniffable areas.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Joe, wait, what is this? Joe's atmosphere. Joe's atmosphere. Thank you so much for the $1.99. What up, young ladies? Hail, looking good, girls. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Okay, so if DeSantis and Trump run, who do you think is going to be on the Democrat ticket?
Newsom and the fucking
Kamala?
maybe the chick from Michigan or
AOC?
literally anybody. No, the one who fucked up the COVID.
They all fucked up the COVID.
Whitmer, maybe.
Whitmer.
It actually doesn't even matter if they have Newsom. It's like, oh, he looks like the Joker.
I don't
yeah,
know
they
if
would
they're-
probably need a chick. They would probably need a chick to go
They
with him.
They would need Kamala because they need the black vote. They need
Right.
a POC. So whoever, like whether that's AOC or Kamala,
They got to get their pox together. Yeah.
they need some sort of POC. So if they're gonna, especially if they're gonna have Newsom as like the white guy, I don't know if the white guy is like strong enough to.
He's gonna be a guy, but he's like a little gay, so they're gonna make it work.
Are they? I don't know
I
about
think so.
that. Whitmer though, you're right. I didn't think about Whitmer.
I don't think they would do Kamala again.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think she did good enough. I don't think she made enough of an impression.
I just think that they're gonna go with her simply because of the color of her skin. I like no other reason than that.
Yeah,
because I don't think she did great for them either. I think she actually was really bad for them. But
she hasn't done much.
Has she done anything? She hasn't done anything.
No, I don't think they're gonna run her again.
What'd you think of Pelosi going over to China? I mean, not China, Taiwan.
Taiwan is a ballsy move. I wish they shot her plane down.
Oh no,
would have been fun. But her
they
face
would have blamed
probably
it on
would've-
China.
If there was a horrific car, like a fiery plane crash, I bet her face would have stayed exactly the same because of all the facelifts. Like there's just so much like that. She's got so much like NASA grade plastic in her face that it would have survived the crash.
Oh my god! Did you see when she came out today and she said something like she was in love with China and how China is like the freest country in the world?
Oh
I
God!
fucking died. I was like, what? Hold on, let me pull that up because that was kind of funny.
Did your light turn off?
Well, no, it didn't turn off. I just went to
Oh.
Twitter and that's on dark mode.
Okay, I just didn't know. Maybe you're doing quiet time.
No, it just went when I go on dark mode and Twitter, it that happens.
No, Bird Up thinks it's gonna be Newsom and Abrams. That's a good
No,
pick.
that would be terrible if that happened. That would be fucking awful. I hope they don't do that. But I mean, at the same time, all of these people are just awful. So,
Yep.
okay, here it is. Here we go. Wait. Okay, here we go.
We still support the one China policy. We go
Wow.
to acknowledge the status quo is what our policy is. There was nothing disruptive about that. It was only about saying China is one of the freest societies in the world. Take it from me, that's from Freedom House.
Let's
It's
talk
a strong
a little bit.
democracy,
Yeah.
courageous.
Oh my God. I
No.
just like, nah. As freest societies.
Oh, no. Really? Because in Beijing right now, you have to like literally be tested to go buy groceries. The country's on like partial lockdown.
Is it partial now? I thought they were like on full lockdown.
I think it's partial. Like your little wristband, like your little Asian social credit score, like it's either red or green, and it can turn red if you walk past neighborhoods you're not supposed to walk past. If there's even one person in your building who tests positive, your whole freaking building could get shipped off to quarantine. It's crazy.
Wow. It's fucking nuts. And then here's this bitch being like, it's the freest society in the world.
Like, she's in full dick sucking mode because she pissed them off by going to Taiwan.
Yep. Pretty much. Bradley Burnett for 5 says Jill Biden is not a doctor. She has a doctor of education. Calling her a doctor is ego. I have a, what is this? Juris doctor, but I'm not called a doctor. Okay, I see what you mean. But still, I mean, she's still, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, she's not a medical doctor.
No, she's a book doctor. Big deal.
I feel like she knows her husband is fucking deranged, and she's just letting like him just be.
She's so happy that Biden is in full on dementia mode because she's like, now I don't have to play with his balls anymore. Like I can just tell him that I already did that. We did that last night.
I feel like it's like full on elder abuse, and like I just think that maybe she hates him. Like she hates him so much.
It's her job to mix up the dust in his pudding every night. Like she has to be fully in on it.
I think so. She hates him so much that she's like, you know what? I don't care.
Everyone hates their spouse at that age. You're like, my dad couldn't wait for my mom to die. It's just like, that's how it is. Yes, he was like really psyched to get back out there and start dating again.
I don't know what to say to that.
It's okay.
I will say this because I know your dad has interesting interests.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I cannot sing that. How can you not sing along?
Because I sing along in my head.
I now sing that when I'm like in between activities, like when I'm thinking. My thinking song that I used to sing like on live streams would be like the girl from Ipanema. I'd be like, dun, dun,
oh, I love
dun,
that song.
Dun, dun. That's like my like waiting music in my own head. But now it's this song.
Aww.
I'm just like,
the Berserk song. It's fucking wild. That's so funny. Bird Up for 2.
I hear this song. I hear this in my head all day long.
It'll be Newsom Abrams. No, I hope not. That's fucking terrible. What song is that? Well, I forget what the original song is, but it's the Berserk Guts theme.
Sweet Dreams.
Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Marilyn Manson. I don't know.
No, it's not. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the Berserk theme. It's Guts's theme. Okay. We have other things to talk about tonight that are extremely disturbing. So, you guys, we're gonna be talking about some really weird and wild stuff. So be prepared. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the chat saying it's Chrissy's thinking song. Does that make me sound retarded that I have a thinking song?
No, I think it's hilarious. I mean, we all have it. We all have thinking songs.
Yeah, right. I think a lot of you can think without humming a song.
I have themes like for different things. Like I'll have like a theme that goes in my head. Like if I'm like if my cat is like running really fast, like I'll think of a song that's like, I don't know, for my cat or something. I'm weird.
I will often talk in my in like the dog's voice. Like I'll do like if the dog could talk, what would they say?
Yeah, I do that all the
time. Frank had a dream that Muffin was talking to him, and like he just turned around and Muffin was just like, "What?" And now we'll say that when we look at Muffin, we'll be like, "What?" Which is kind of like not the tone of voice we expected from Muffin because she's sort of like a sweet little lady.
Oh. That's so cute.
I've been having some fucked up dreams lately. I gotta start writing them down again.
You gotta write them down. I had
something in the air. I had a dream that Frank died, and I woke up and I was like really sad.
No, that's terrible. That's not a dream. That's a nightmare.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's terrible. I hate those kind of nightmares.
You have to look it up and be like, what's that about? You're like, man, I must really like him.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, like sometimes when like weird things happen in my dreams, I always look up like the symbology or meaning, like especially if I remember something or like leaves an impression.
I'm going to dreammoods.com right now.
Do it. Especially before we get into this next topic.
Death dreams, common. Okay.
Tell us.
Okay, death.
DJ Scandalous is here and says, "Stop dreaming about me, ladies." No, DJ. No. I'm gonna keep dreaming about you. Can't do anything to stop me. I think death dreams are usually like a sign of, it can be a lot of different things actually. Tell us what they're saying.
All of these death dreams have to do with me dying or an ex dying.
But see, it's weird because birth dreams, like there's so many different meanings to birth dreams too. Like I had a dream the other night that I gave birth and I was like, that's never happening. So I don't know why I dreamt that.
Huh.
But
I don't know. Maybe
but I know
he puts his needs before others. I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Aw. Big Chunga says it means you don't want to lose them. Pretty simple, really. I think that's true. We all love filing cabinet. Yeah. Filing cabinet is the best. Yes. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next topic. And the next topic is very deeply disturbing. So again, for you people in the chat who need a disclaimer, if you're one of those weirdos that's like, oh my God, my fifis, I can't with this topic. Just so you know, you've been warned. Because we're now going to be talking about fucking weirdo Armie Hammer. So Armie Hammer alleged victims reveal shocking messages and voice memos in new investigative docu series. Dun dun dun. Dun. We're gonna watch this trailer.
He looks like a combination of Ryan Reynolds and Chris Pratt. He looks like a combination of a couple of dudes.
He kind of does.
He's like a little forgettable looking, to be honest. He's just like,
I used to have the biggest crush on him. I used to have a huge crush on him because I saw him in the Man from Uncle with Henry Cavill, and I had a crush on both of them because they're so fucking hot in that movie. Have you seen that movie, Chrissy?
No, but he's the type of hot where you're like, I can't like him because I know he's somebody who would, you know what I mean? Like if he's hooking up with you, he's like, he wants to choke you till you're nearly dead. Like that's what he looks like his type is.
He is that type. He's exactly that type. But I didn't know that about him at the time. And I had a huge crush on him. And then I found out he's a fucking big weirdo. But people in the chat, we can't take anything at face value anymore. We have to do some investigative research. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch this trailer and see what the other side is saying. And then we're going to basically, see what the opposite side is saying, or like because this stuff is being debunked by some people. And I want to take a look at that. So here we go. We're going to watch this trailer. We might have to pause it just so I don't get totally claimed. But here we go. Hold on. It's a shower scene.
Uh-oh.
I'm here to talk about
So this is
what
Courtney.
happened in my relationship with Armie Hammer.
Okay.
Are you okay to bring up your phone?
Yeah.
And it's by the way, this is really annoying when they're like, it's a 3-part series. Bitch, just put them all out at the same time. God damn it.
Yeah.
I haven't really digested this one. I have a fantasy about having someone prove their love and devotion and tying them up in a public place at night and making their body free use
Whoa.
and seeing if they will strangers for me.
My bet is going
Whoa.
to involve showing up at your place and completely tying you up and incapacitating you, and then being able to do whatever I wanted to every single hole in your body until I was done with you.
Whoa. The idea of that is hot, but I know that like in practice it's not.
Right. But see, the thing is that a lot of this stuff is coming from someone who is clearly like consensually in a relationship.
Yeah. You wouldn't let it get to
So-
that point if you weren't like, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, exactly. So like I've always kind of been under the like whenever I think about this kind of stuff, and when ladies come out and they're like, oh my God, he did this bad thing to me. I'm like, well, like how willing were you before you decided not to be like into it anymore?
Imagine he's like,
I don't
I'm gonna do things to all of your holes, and you're like bracing for like, the holes you think it's gonna be, and then he's just like messing with your ears.
Yeah, like let me stick it in your
poking
ear.
your eye, putting
Oh
things
my
in your
God.
nose. You're like, this is not what I expected.
Yeah, he's like, let me stick my hand up your nose. It's
No
like,
holes
really? No.
barred.
I was like, So this is why I'm telling you guys there's different sides to this story. And I've come to understand that. Actually, shout out to That Tug Life.
Yes, Bradley is
sent me-
100%. Sorry to interrupt. Bradley is 100% right with his comment.
What did
This
he
is
say?
what happens when people come from really wealthy families.
Yes, and this is why I'm still going to watch this documentary because this gets better. Okay, watch.
In the beginning,
this-
I felt
I want
like
to watch
this
this
was
with
all
like a
perfect.
bottle of
This was-
wine.
I know,
is-
me too.
This is good wine watching.
It is. I feel like we should do like you and I should do like a watch party with this or something.
Yes.
That'd be fucking fun.
Yes.
was
But I don't know how we
amazing.
could do that.
He would say things, God, you're so perfect.
How could you be this beautiful, this smart, so funny?
It's like you're made for me.
She should have known as soon as
things
a guy was
changed.
calling her smart that something was up.
She doesn't
The red
look
flags
smart.
were there. It's just you don't want to look at them.
She's a straight up bimbo. Come on.
He
now.
Yeah.
pushes your boundaries a little bit at a time. You're his completely.
These
I
are
like how
messages
they-
that are being sent.
I like how they add the text sounds like woo, woo,
Whew,
woo,
whew.
woo, and you're like
Yeah, you don't know what my notification noise is.
yeah, like what the fuck? Like I like how like the sounds.
Yeah, you don't know that my ringtone is The Price is Right.
I decide when you eat, when you sleep.
Literally within seconds
When
of each
you
other.
shit, it's like what's the word
And he
out?
said, I'm 100% a cannibal. I'm freaking out.
Cannibal.
It was all he wanted to ever talk about.
Then you get a note that says, I'm going to bite the out of you. And he was just like acted mad. The ropes were around your neck, your wrists, your ankles, and you're like completely immobilized. And I'm just closing my eyes.
But you
until
let him do that,
it ended.
dumb
Okay,
bitch.
see again, this sounds like a part where it's kind of like a BDSM thing, like which clearly
Yeah.
he's into. So like she's not saying like, okay, like from
She didn't realize
She
that he was
says-
gonna take it to the hole. She just thought we were here for S&M 101, and he's like, "No, I'm about to get my master's."
right. And but it
With
also
you.
is like, okay, they're kind of making it like because they go from like him being a cannibal to her like crying about being tied up or whatever. And it's like, wait, like you're insinuating that he's tying you up to eat you or something, like, and not in like the good way, like in the I'm gonna like
He filled
Hannibal.
up the bathtub with chicken broth and he told me to get in it.
Like, I'm gonna fucking Hannibal Lecter you.
Yeah,
Like,
big
it's like,
wooden
no.
spoon.
Oh,
Kept
God.
stirring. He said there's not enough carrots.
We need more shrooms.
Once Courtney came forward, other women started coming forward.
How did Armie Hammer go from Hollywood golden boy to an alleged abuser?
When all this came out
He's
about
hot.
Armie,
For
I
the
was
same
not
reason
shocked.
why hot women
just
can get
don't
away with stuff. Because you're
That's
hot.
Because of Amber Turd. That's why she got rid of, like, she got away with so much stuff was because
You're
she's
hot.
hot.
People go along with things.
Wake up and become this dark controller, abuser.
That was
This
creepy.
behavior, it's deep rooted. On the outside, we were a perfect family, but magnify Succession a million times, and it was my family.
Okay,
if you believe about making deals with the devil, the Hammers are top of the totem pole.
What?
Every
Yeah,
generation.
see, and this is when it gets interesting for me because this Casey Hammer chick is coming down dropping the hammer. Unintended. On this shit. So, like, it goes from, like, you know, a weird BDSM cannibal story.
Is that the mom? I don't want to hear from the mom.
No, she's like the cousin or something like
Generation
that.
in my
Hold
family
on.
has been involved in dark misdeeds, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. I know my grandfather had a dark side, but I saw my father's dark side firsthand, and I've seen my brother's dark side. It was like a monster unleashed. Now it's Armie Hammer. It's just generation to
his
generation. I've let the Hammers control me my whole life. It's time to stop. I refuse to be silenced. My name is Casey Hammer, and I'm about to reveal the dark, twisted secrets of the Hammer family.
Oh, no. She should have said, I'm Casey Hammer, and it's hammer time.
I know. It's like missed
Yeah.
opportunity. It's hammer time. Or I'm Casey Hammer and I'm about to drop the hammer.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on. There was so many puns you could have done, but
When you're a hammer, the world's a nail.
But no, that's not what happened. So the interesting part though of all this is this here. So hold on. This is okay. So Bradley Burnett for 5 says, we've been looking for a new show to watch. Guess it's either House of Hammer or She-Hulk. It's Sophie's choice, which will make the most uncomfortable. I'm definitely watching this like over She-Hulk. There's like no question about it. Like this is totally
Both
up my
involve
alley.
people who take advantage of their physical strength.
That's true.
Both involve people with possibly anger issues.
Yeah, she's the aunt. Yeah, she's his aunt.
Okay.
So like this is so that I posted that and that Tug Life, she's great. You just had her on Simcast, I think, recently.
Oh, she's great. She's a delight.
But she messaged me. Well, she not DM, but she commented on the thread that I had made about this, seeing this on Variety. And she pointed me to some weird situations involving this, including this from this account called House of Receipts, which says the new doc from Discovery Plus of the House of Hammer purports to tell Armie Hammer and the Hammer family story as told by Hammer's aunt Casey, who has a book to sell. Courtney, whose grievance is that Hammer likes BDSM, and Julia, who never met Hammer. The real story's here, and they put this website. And of course, I went to the website, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Even if Armie Hammer's aunt Casey salacious claims were true, in this country we don't accuse and convict people merely by association. Also, if Casey's inflammatory
We kind of do
claims,
though.
we do now. I mean, you do now. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Also, if Casey's inflammatory claims were true, and since Casey implies deviancy is hereditary, this speaks poorly of her too. That's true. That's definitely a true statement here. Because I mean, you know, she's related. We'll be discussing Courtney and Julia's and the women featured in House of Hammer and their allegations against Armie Hammer soon in our Substack. But want to be clear now, when someone tells you upfront explicitly what they're like, you never object and go along. You are not a victim. And that's what I think too. Like,
or maybe it's like the frog in the hot water. Like maybe you're a little bit interested in BDSM and then they just take it to an 11 and you're like, oh damn. And you know what? Like abuse is tricky because it's like you can be, not to like, you know, be like, oh, you're a victim. Like you not to take no responsibility for what happens, but you can be psychologically manipulated to stay in things longer than you normally would. So
I could see that, but if that happens though, I feel like coming out and then alleging like somebody raped you or you know, that, I mean, with the accusation against him, it's even way worse than just rape. It's like, you know, this dude tried to be a cannibal with me and wanted to eat me and all this stuff, and it's like,
if he wanted to eat a chick, why did he pick two skinny chicks? Why wouldn't he pick a fat chick who has more to offer?
I know, you would think that they would pick Lizzo. Oh, here's the sex bots are showing up now.
Yay! Hey, sex bot.
Hey, sex bots. But okay, so I clicked on that article, of course, because I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about this. Like, what is going on? I need to know more. So I figured we'd read some of this together because this is wild stuff.
I think also women that stay in abusive relationships came from abusive households, and they're not able to recognize what to other people, normal people, would be clear signs of abuse, and to like run in the opposite direction. They, you know, it's similar to how they grew up, or it's, I don't know, same kind of tactics that their dad or someone in their family would use. Like it's not always so clear, the red flags, and it's time to like get the hell out of a thing.
That's very true. E. Clay for $2 says, is it true that Armie Hammer's favorite snack is a tofu?
Oh.
Get out of here, E. Clay.
There's not a lot of meat on a toe.
Oh God, that's what he asked for. Apparently, he like wanted her toe or something.
Just one toe. Take the baby toe.
Well, like a finger. I don't remember what it was. It was like a toe or a finger. Like I want to carry your toe around in my pocket or some shit like that. I was like,
they sell those fake thumbs everywhere, like in little kid magic kits, like little kid magic. Like, oh, it's the plastic thumb. Just give him one of those.
Okay, you know what? Okay, first we're gonna start here with this article because this is also what Tug sent me before we get to the other one. She also sent me this one saying exclusive: Armie Hammer's accuser, known as Effie, denied the actor had raped her and said their encounter was consensual 2 months before publicly alleging that he sexually abused her, lawyers claim. So that's the chick that started it all. She's this Effie chick as the one that was like, hey, like he likes to, you know, he raped me and he was into BDSM, and then the BDSM got out of hand because then, you know, he wanted to eat me and wanted a toe or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck?
No, you should have just given him a toe and dealt with it.
The toe
you don't need all your
now.
toes.
Yeah. This is where you draw the line. The toe talk. Come on now. Bird Up for 5 says, check out the album, please. Armie Hammer, Don't Hurt Him, featuring the hit You Can't Digest This. Oh God. Bird Up. No. Okay. So this goes on to say that a woman identified as Effie on Thursday claimed that Armie Hammer violently raped her in Los Angeles on April 24, 2017. The 24-year-old European says that the actor slammed her against the wall and whipped her feet with a crop during the terrifying ordeal. Screenshots obtained by DailyMail.com show Effie allegedly told one of her Instagram followers 2 months earlier that Hammer did not rape her.
So it's like, hold on, he gave you no heads up about anything. That's the thing, is like, if you go to meet someone for like a hookup, you're like, oh, we're just gonna, yeah. If you don't mention that I'm gonna hit you with something, then like that, you're not expecting that. If you know this person's a little kinky and they're like they bust out, you know, accessories, then I don't know. If you know that somebody, when they, you know, they can get into a rapey headspace, like don't come over.
No. like a rapey headspace. I don't. Have you ever been like? Okay, maybe this is too much of a personal question.
I've never been raped.
No. That's not what I was gonna ask.
Oh.
Have you ever been with a dude that like you didn't think was gonna go to a place, but then ended up going to that place?
Yes,
and then you're like,
of course.
And
Dude,
then
that never happens at first. It just builds up.
But then did you feel like afterwards, did you feel like that was graping? Like, do you feel like that's a form of rape?
You mean like a sexual escalation that feels non-consensual?
Yeah, like unwarranted, or like, hey, this is way too far. That's not what I signed up for.
Well, I've never been in a situation where I couldn't fight somebody off. Like, I've never been with someone that was so much physically stronger that I couldn't if I needed to. Honestly, yeah. Well, Frank's pretty strong.
No, but
he's awesome.
I'm not.
But
I'm
like
not
all
even
my
saying-
other guys I've been with have been kind of like honestly weak and kind of flimsy, and I could have tossed them off if I had to. So,
But I'm not even saying like not necessarily even physically. Like, I'm talking more like mentally speaking, like when you're like in the act, right? Because you're like, you're doing stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like something is like way too much,
like a
or
trigger
something.
or something. No,
Yeah.
it's usually honestly, it's usually me doing all the hard work. To be told, like I'm in there I'm rolling up my sleeves. I'm doing all the hard labor. I'm doing enough work for 2 people.
And then you're like,
I'm usually doing overtime. I'm usually like getting calluses on my hand. I'm usually thirsty. I'm usually like,
they're
when's
the
lunch?
ones. They're the ones that are usually like, whoa, I didn't sign up for this.
Like, whoa, is that a lamp? Yeah.
Oh my god. So after a follower asked, wait. Effie believed to be behind the Instagram account House of Effie, which in January has begun sharing disturbing text messages allegedly sent by Hammer. Now, the point of this, though, is, by the way, that since this happened, apparently, like according to this, this other website that I just showed you earlier, all of this stuff is allegedly fake. Okay, so all of this stuff by this Effie chick apparently was faked. Like, it was not real texts. They weren't real stuff. Apparently she was a stalker of his, and like ended up like doing all of this stuff because she was crazy. Like, she was like,
when you get someone who's like fame hungry, they can make up stuff. Didn't something like that similarly happen to the Barstool Sports guy?
I heard something like that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly happened,
When
but I heard he
when
got
you get to a certain level of like fame and fortune, like you have to be so careful about who you bang and who you let into your life.
That's why Henry Cavill doesn't bang chicks anymore.
Yeah, that's why Derek Jeter did gift baskets and NDAs.
Yep.
Send him off with an edible arrangement, sign on the dotted line, have a nice life.
A woman being crazy? Never. I know, right? What a surprise. Surprise, surprise. She probably lied about it. After a follower asked if she had legal representation, Effie replied, "I'm not saying that he raped me. No need for a legal rep." Then she came out and said he did. Effie has not pressed charges, but the LAPD announced Thursday afternoon that they have opened an investigation into the allegations. Nothing came from that because, we haven't heard anything until this docu fucking series.
Wow.
Hammer's lawyer denied the claim, saying that the encounter was consensual and that the Effie had allegedly sent the actor sexual messages as recently as last year. It marks the latest allegations.
A sexual message?
I will show it to you. It's fucking mental. Hammer's lawyer denied the claim, saying that the encounter was consensual. Effie allegedly sent the actor sexual messages recently. It marks the latest allegations of abuse against a 34 years old who has been accused by other women.
Does he have like a ton of money or something? Why are chicks
because
after him?
He's one of the heirs to the Hammer estate. So,
is he the heir to the baking soda throne?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who he is.
Okay.
And
so they got to get that baking soda money.
Yep, they want that. They do want that.
That is why these dudes, honestly, you need to be a bit pickier. You need to marry a good woman and you won't get yourself in all this bullshit. But of course you can't if you're like a sexual deviant. So
apparently this is the only text message that was.
Wait, I can't read it. You're going too fast.
I know. I was just making sure this was it. But apparently, this was the only text message that was legit, and this is the one that says you're
First
probably.
of all, he saved in she saved in his phone as F. Like, if you can't even type out a full name, how invested are you?
Right. You're probably in a totally different mindset, helplessly horny, and I just need to tell you because it's been so long since last time I've been. Wait, I have the uncensored version of this. Do you want to see the uncensored?
No, we could do it like Mad Libs.
Oh, we could do Mad Libs? Okay. All right, let me come back to this.
Okay, should we do a dramatic reading?
Yes.
And like, okay, I'll read it and like, okay, like we could guess what the word is. Helplessly horny. And I just need to tell you because it's been so long since last time I've been
fucked.
More, so hard and screaming. My legs are gonna be
sore
in ballet in the morning, and I'm dying to send you pics of the blood and
Oh.
audio wrecks.
Gross. Whack off.
And to hear your breathing in my ear.
I don't know what that would say.
I know you're proud. So this chick's into ear breathing, but I know you're probably feeling vulnerable or fragile right now and going through a lot. And I know all that. Sorry if I'm too much. I just don't care. I'm way too
horny.
Horny.
Oh no, you're too fucking horny.
I feel like I feel like a herd of turtles needing to be utilized, and my my closet is craving. I'm craving you to
ice cream.
Marie Kondo my closet. Me. Utilize me as property and sell me for less than I'm worth. Just like Jesus like your last house. And choke me till I pass out. Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if this I feel like is baiting him.
Yes.
Or she's genuinely into this. I'm so sorry if it makes you feel anxiety. I hope it doesn't. She's doing this like either she's into this or she's baiting him because she's giving him. She's chumming the waters and then going back. Oh, I'm sorry if it's too much. Chum, 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 chum. Oh, yeah, you're going through something. Eat my asshole with a fork and knife, Oh, is it too much?
Yeah. And then I think she's baiting him, but also is into it. I think. I don't know. She seems weird.
Or she's a ballet, so like chick, so she's an artist. I mean, maybe she's acting to a degree, like so you know what I mean? Like women are very good at figuring out what a man wants and delivering it to them. So she may not necessarily be into this, but she knows exactly what to say.
What
he wants to say.
Hear. That's right. You're right. Mm-hmm. I could see that.
So she wants to have power over him, or she wants him to want her. So she knows exactly what to say, or she's genuinely into it.
It could be either or. I mean, I think this bitch is psycho. So I think that it might be just the bait.
Chungus thinks she's into it and baiting him.
It might be both.
This green here is this.
That's his reply.
Armie, it doesn't give me anxiety, but I'm not going to be able to engage in you in that specific way right now. It never ends well. We can talk and be friends, but I can't do that. Oh, so he's got to do a wall up because it's like, you're crazy. I can't let you in again.
Yeah.
I'm not falling for that siren song.
I don't know. Like, this is why I'm like very intrigued about how the rest of the story goes, because I'm like, hey, like, look, he's clearly into some shit, but
right,
is the stuff as
I'm gonna hear from him.
I don't care. Like, I don't care if you're into BDSM. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, people, consenting adults can go and do whatever they want behind closed doors. As long as I don't hear about it, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever.
Do you think that cannibalism will be added to BDSM the same way that trans people have been added to LGBT, or no, the same way that pedos will be added to LGBT?
Okay, see, I don't know But if I because I'm not into BDSM, but if I was in the BDSM crowd, I would have a problem with that. Like I would be like, I'm not into this. Like this is a whole other level
You're like,
of
no,
crazy.
we don't want cannibals. Like
No.
find your own group. This is
We
our
just wanna
meetup.
fucking
Okay.
whip people and experience pain with pleasure. Like that is a whole different story than let me
beat
eat
each
you.
other up in peace.
Yeah.
Let us hit each other without fear that you're gonna take a bite out.
Yeah, like God, I don't want to be eaten unless it's just eating out. Like other than that, I don't no. Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks for Toonie says, "Girl, talk dirty to me, Armie." Nom 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 nom.
Bradley Brunette are like, my texts with my wife are so boring. What are the dogs doing? What do you need from Publix? Aw, but that's real.
Yeah, I know. My husband and I have a very boring
What are the dogs doing? Oh, that's
text
so
life.
What are they doing?
Yeah. Well,
they're fixing the toilet. What do you think?
It's true. If I was, I would have a problem with it. It's like I'm not in the LGBTQ plus, but if I was, I would have a problem with the pedos wanting in. Okay. Like I'd be like, no, fuck no. I'm gatekeeping this shit. I'm not letting pedos
literally
in this fucking house.
Gatekeeping, you're keeping it gay.
I'm not letting I'm not letting pedos in this gay house. No, I don't give a shit. It's not the same thing.
It's your own house.
Yeah, get your own pedo house and leave us alone, and hopefully the wall.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you don't have enough members? You gotta glom onto our group.
So do you want to read this? This is a long thread though. Are you prepared?
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready for this? Okay, get some popcorn.
My body is ready.
Okay, great. Because in
love
November,
some popcorn.
Because it starts with a content advisory, by the way.
They think we can't handle it. They think we can't handle sexual references.
No, it's so gatekeeping.
Content advisory. I hope you're sitting down because this is a heck of an article.
There's some receipts, yo. This is from House of
Receipts is so funny.
I like this. I like it. In November 2017, curiously brief and yet curiously brief and yet strikingly acrimonious messages regarding the actor Armie Hammer began appearing on Data Lounge, a long-standing internet forum discussing a wide range of topics with LGBTQ plus whatever tilt.
What? Now tilt is in the group? I don't even know what a tilt is.
What's a tilt? I don't know.
You got to do it on one leg? I don't know. I can't keep up with these people.
So this is figure 1. So this is evidence 1. It's rather easy tolerating your straight husband being a little too close with his middle-aged, unattractive director before award season when the alternative is your husband disappearing into the rope dojos with his teenage sex slave, don't you think? This is from November 2017. It's rather easy tolerating your straight husband. Okay, that's the thing. So, well, the alternatives figure 1, which was posted in the Armie Hammer subject thread, though it stood out for abiding specifically of its allegations and notably angry tone. Few people at the time paid much attention to this post, preferring to continue speculating elaborately about Hammer's sexuality, a point of supposition ever since Hammer had appeared in the Call Me By Your Name, a film in which his character Oliver falls in love with Timothy that guy. This guy.
Chalamet.
That one. Character Elio. Then asking the anonymous poster how they knew that Hammer allegedly had a sex slave, apparently one that Hammer's wife at the time, Elizabeth Chambers, was also aware of, and that the poster claimed tolerated it. The anonymous poster themselves offered no more information, though they appear to speak up again in a tellingly aggressive message defending Hammer from the wild conjectures of another Data Lounge contributor who opined that perhaps the newly accused actor Kevin Spacey had gotten handsy with Hammer once upon a yesteryear. Gross. This person, this is figure 2, F off. I fucking rip Kevin Spacey's fucking hands off and skin him alive if I ever found him so much as thought of doing something to him. Gross. These people seem extremely unhinged. I have to check the chat once in a while, so I'm going back to the chat for a minute.
I like Jester's comment. Tilt is when you're too special and unique for the other letters. I think I identify as tilt. I'm a little tilty.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm forgetful.
You know what I'm gonna do, Chrissy? I'm gonna share this article in the private chat with you, so that you can tag in once in a while and read it too, because I can't read for 2 hours straight.
You can read. Okay, let me pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up.
Where are we? We are.
Because
do you want me to do it? You want me to take it from? I'll fucking rip Kevin Spacey's hands off.
We can share, but this is a long article, so we can.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. So, blah blah blah. Where are we? Yeah. Okay. So this was figure 2. That was the evidence. The person who spoke in the same tone and manner, and the person who first introduced the idea of Hammer having a sex slave in figure 2 by capitalizing the H in him when referring to the actor, this person makes it clear and elevate Hammer and revere him. This
like
clue
a god.
And the passion which they attacked the speaker who suggested any impropriety from Spacey towards Hammer indicates this is likely the same person speaking both times. This strongly implies that they may be the sex slave that they identified in their own post. For over a month, this sex slave did not contribute further to the Data Lounge Armie Hammer thread until once more on January 1st, 2018, undeterred in their determination to make themselves and their allegations known and speaking again critically of themselves in the third person. Cryptically, thank you. In the third person, they spoke anew, saying, I already told you guys about the sex slave and you didn't listen. The person who is very likely the same sex slave wrote figure 3. So this is figure 3. This time, Data Lounge members took note. What followed was an unfettered hours-long question-answer session in which this sex slave, still speaking in third person, revealed what happened to be extremely intimate alleged details of what they claimed were Armie Hammer's sexual preference, sexual kinks, sexual activities, and extramarital hobbies, and of Hammer's relationship with the then spouse Chambers, the mother of Hammer's two young children, Harper and Ford, and their family dynamic. What stood out was this alleged sex slave claims that Armie Hammer, they said, was very into BDSM. So this is the figure 4 saying he's into he's into tying girls up, choking them out, being worshipped, and rape play. Preferably this. This sex slave said, figure 4. In response to questions about Hammer's alleged sexual kinks, note that rape play, often interchangeably referred to as consensual non-consent, is the BDSM community. In one of the activities this sex slave claims Hammer enjoys, particularly involving anal penetration. The website Dom Sub Living defines CNC and BDSM as a mutual agreement where the dominant partner, usually referred to as a dom, is able to act as if the submissive partner, usually referred to as a sub, has waived all consent. Complete consent is given beforehand with the understanding of it being a permanent arrangement under most circumstances. This is what I kind of like thought of as well when it came to like that kind of world. Like, because usually like when it, like that's when you like kind of like exchange like safe words from what I understand. And like you're like, you kind of like give over consent at that point, like, you know, and there's no boundaries unless you basically say your safe word. That's why you have safe words, is so that if you get to that point, you're kind of like,
my safe word is get away. I had Mexican earlier.
Oh my god. Oh no,
it usually works.
Does it? Is that I was like, I had Taco Bell for dinner.
Yeah.
that's
you're about to cross the border. Dong.
Oh my god. Okay. Hammer, this alleged sex slave, made clear figure 5 was strictly dominant partner Very, claiming they enjoyed a master slave 24/7 with rape play, CNC type of
Wow.
relationship with the actor involving ropes, knives, permission to come, orgasm control, choking out, and sensual kitten play. Wait, what's sensual kitten play?
I don't know. I imagine. I hope it's just pooping in a litter box.
Is that like furry shit though? In all seriousness, is that
No.
like
What would be
looking at
kitten play?
all-
I don't know. Wearing ears, a tail,
Yeah, I would think that it's some sort of furry shit.
cleaning yourself. You know what? Maybe it involves just slowly knocking things over a table, like knocking them off.
Oh my god, that would be funny. Like
That's
it's
what I
like
would. They'd be like, look, I can do the kitten stuff if it involves just pushing stuff off the table
Yeah,
that's
like
gonna break.
I don't know. Is this kitten play? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Wait, so then there's 2 pieces of evidence here. Figure 5. It's been happening on and off for over a year. How hardcore is the dom? Blah 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 relationship. It's full on. Can't get any more. Hold on. Okay, so we have to read these because I thought that he was gonna repeat them here, but he didn't. So, oops. Wait, I clicked it and it opened a new window. I don't need that. Okay. It's been happening on and off for over a year. The most likely kinky, sex club in the world. Everyone's from Leonardo DiCaprio and Angelina Jolie to Elon Musk has been there.
Really? What's it called? Oh, R258.
Yeah. He's
That must be in LA.
It must be. He's strictly a dominant, very wrong. He's straight. It's a nice fantasy, though. How hardcore is their dom subs relationship? What exactly is involved? It was full on. Can't get any more hardcore than master slave 24/7 with rape play. Blah blah blah. Okay, we already know this. It ended with wife officially found out and threatened him, even though she knew. She saw her at a Tom Ford party when they snuck to fuck in the bathroom, but she didn't really want to believe it. Note that at no point does this sex slave express any disapproval and or dislikes for any of these BDSM activities. In fact, they are forthcoming about them to the point of being boastful, indicating a sense of pride and or accomplishment regarding their participation in these BDSM sex activities. It's all about headspace. The sex slave mused exuberantly in Figure 7, explaining to the Data Lounge community and others just how strong their bond with Hammer allegedly was, noting that the stronger the submission, the deeper you can go. When someone cares enough to learn precisely what you're into and give it to you, you just the way you need it. You know that you can let go and immerse yourself. They said, making evident their complete rapture and apparent symbiotic type of relationship with Hammer this sex slave claimed they had. So this is the other one. This is Figure 7. So this is where they were saying all that stuff. In fact, the sex slave boasted their submission bond with Armie Hammer was so strong that Armie moved this 20-year-old European model sex slave who worked at the ultra-exclusive members-only private club SNCTM. Sanctum? Is that what it is? To Hammer's neighborhood, Figure 8, and a parent move to ensure their proximity. So is this Figure 8? Yes. So it says humiliation fetish is a strong one for some. Also female orgasms, conditioning. R238, he doesn't go to Sanctum because he can't get away from his wife. And when he tried bringing it up, she mocked it and his fetishes. So he moved his slave who works at Sanctum to his neighborhood instead, which is actually incidentally walking distance from Sanctum Mansion. Thanks. More details about the slave, please. What she'd like as a slave. Tell us about her. She's 20 years old, European model. Okay, do you want to take it from here?
No, she's just finding herself. Again, we emphasize the important point that as this person revealed these apparently intimate details and shared the contents of their mind and heart online, all under the protective shroud of supposed anonymity, not once did this, quote, sex slave ever express any apprehension or disgust towards Hammer, their alleged relationship, the BDSM sex acts they allegedly engaged in, and or anything else regarding their purported connection. Hammer's alleged insistence that this sex slave move physically closer to his home, which this, quote, sex slave gloated about and expressed no reservations towards doing, further underscores, did a lawyer write this, that regardless of what our own personal comfort levels may be with BDSM and this type of dominant submissive relationship, this sex slave appeared to be perfectly happy with these arrangements. But as in all happy tales, there is always a snag, an obstacle and or hindrance to overcome, for this alleged sex slave enjoyed her best sex slave life as Armie Hammer's alleged kink partner. That hindrance was none other than Hammer's then spouse. Dun dun dun. Elizabeth Chambers.
Stupid bitch.
Elizabeth Chambers sounds boring in bed. If there is one other persistent theme throughout these early Data Lounge revelations, it's that his sex slave saw Chambers as an inconvenient, albeit unimpressive barrier for whom she had very few kind words or feelings. Oh, she's not remotely involved. She doesn't even blow him enough to come. There's something going on, though. Wow, maybe she's just lazy.
Maybe
she doesn't have follow through. Maybe she is pretty, and like that's the thing is, if you're not that pretty or you were ever fat, you don't have that roll up your sleeves attitude towards giving head.
That's interesting.
If you come from money, same thing. You're gonna be a pillow princess.
Does the missus want?
You didn't have to work for it. No, she doesn't. She wouldn't even agree to a threesome. I think she's frigid.
Oh my God.
Elizabeth Chambers is not remotely involved with their BDSM adventures. This sex slave declared, figure 9, adding that Chambers doesn't even blow him enough to come. Implying this was something that his sex slave would readily agree to in an effort to satisfy Hammer, which was apparently this sex slave's exclusive drive in life. Yeah, you're 20. You don't have a job. You're a model. You are looking at 10 years that you can fuck around in, especially if you're a European model. You don't have to get, things don't have to get real until like maybe 28. This sex slave then added a coup de grace. I think Chambers is frigid, they said, in reference to a female sexual dysfunction, using this historical term for this affliction, frigidity, a term which connotes centuries of female sexual and social repression grounded in pseudoscience. Or maybe she's just not that into him. Never.
Or maybe she's just not into BDSM. You know,
yeah,
you can be into like normal sex, like
beating about the head. Maybe she just likes missionary.
Like, goddamn, like maybe she's just old fashioned.
Yeah, you're shaming this woman because she spits and she goes to bed early. Never someone to shy away from, adding further insult to what is already grave injury. The sex slave drove home the characterization of Chambers as the ultimate mediocre trophy wife, standing in the way of what they believed would have been theirs and Hammer's dominant, submissive BDSM kink union full of bliss. When they added, it takes a lot of love for a wife to stay with her husband after learning he fucked with the baby. Wait, what? After learning he fucked with the baby around and licked some girl's ass and came home to kiss her. Wow. Honey, your breath tastes like a girl's ass. Oh, it's
that's how you get monkeypox.
Yeah. Oh, it's nothing. I just need a mint. The disrespect, hatred, and scorn are palpable, even this many years later. Everything came crashing to an end when Chambers officially found out. This sex slave said, despite maintaining that Chambers always knew, at a Tom Ford party. I think that the idea that you always knew is a cope to make your bad behavior more acceptable. I think it sounds to me that she was like just finding out.
That sounds like a cope for sure.
At a Tom Ford party, when Chambers saw the sex slave and Armie Hammer sneaking off to fuck in the bathroom. It wasn't even a full bath, it was a half bath. The Data Lounge sex slave affair, it seemed, was scorched and consumed by the heat of its own passionately kinky fire, its smoke quickly subsiding and fading into memory. Coincidentally and very curiously, in January 2021, almost exactly 3 years after the sex slave made these public posts on the Data Lounge forum and no longer speaking about herself in the third person, for the most part anyways, Effie, whom we introduced in our previous post, in one of her numerous Instagram Ask Me Anything, AMA if you're retarded, spoke about sneaking around with Armie Hammer during the Nocturnal Animals promo. Nocturnal Animals is a 2016 movie starring Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal featuring Hammer that was written and directed by none other than multi-hyphenate talent Tom Ford.
I never saw that movie. Did you see it?
No. I was like, oh, Amy Adams. People tell me I look like her. I should see it. And then I just never saw it.
I never saw it either. Did you ever get to be in public outside with him, sneaking around during Nocturnal Animal? Oh, okay, that's the one. Okay.
Effie claims to have met Armie Hammer online via Facebook on October 6th. That's embarrassing. Why would you ever admit that? On October 16th, 2016, about 1 month prior to the Nocturnal Animals premiere.
Who meets people on Facebook?
Old
like celebrities.
People. Old people. That's who.
Wait, what? She's okay. So this is the post saying this is Armie Hammer's account supposedly of Facebook,
How
right?
we met.
Oh
Right.
my God.
This is
love
3
you.
a.m. She's sending a 3 a.m. message on Facebook Messenger. OMG, I love you. Totally fangirling and can't sleep now. I loved you in the Social Network, the Lone Ranger, and Uncle. Have a beautiful day. Go to sleep and thank you.
Who
Oh
would
my
reply
God.
back this shit though? Like, wouldn't you just not reply to
who
someone
loves
that's being
attention.
creepy? Like,
I
I'd be like,
actually
fuck off.
volunteer for a nonprofit that helps children with disabilities. Why would you bring this up?
Like, what?
This is gonna kill the mood immediately.
Immediately. Like, even if you're like trying to get this guy to like, I don't know.
I'd love to talk about about your disabilities if you're interested. In her eponymous House of Effie Instagram stories, I don't know if I'm saying that word right. Effie also claimed that Hammer had asked her to move to his area. In January 2017, sharing a picture of herself from that time, gleefully standing in the middle of a park in the neighborhood Hammer had asked her to move to. The sex slave who posted the Data Lounge back in late 2017, early 18, also claimed Hammer had moved them closer to his home.
Ooh, yeah, and this is it because he said he asked me to move to his area, and when I did, ghosted for a bit. I wish he'd never come back. I came back. I wish I'd never met him.
Yeah, she looks really unhappy in this photo.
This bitch moved near him, and that's like something a stalker would do. Like it's weird.
When you're 20 and you're a European model and gigs are short, they're few and far between. You've got a lot of time on your hands, and a gorgeous celebrity man wants you to bang him and hang out. You're gonna jump. You're gonna jump at the chance because you're like, you know what? I'm moving up in the world.
Yeah, I'm gonna bang this dude to the top. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna bang this dude until I get a bit part in Aquaman.
For real.
That is what I want to do.
For reals.
Oh, hello there. Though she has, what are those? I'm like, tongs? What is this? Like, it's a little flapper. What's it called? The little whipping thing.
Oh,
the thing
like
that you
in the
whip
picture?
someone. A crop. That's what's on her.
Oh.
Though she has repeatedly denied ever having worked at Sanctum, the high-end private members-only sex club where the sex slave claimed they had worked. Effie worked at Sanctum, as per this image of Effie posing in full BDSM gear as she welcomed to the Sanctum family in a public social media post. Note that Effie is a nickname, an angelicized and shortened version of the Eastern European name Efrosina, the name she is referred to in this post.
There she is, all into
She's
the
like,
BDSM-ish.
Where's the rest of my bra? Can you help me find it? Like the sex slave who once flew into of rage at the mere suggestion of any impropriety from then recently Me Too'd actor Kevin Spacey towards Armie Hammer, threatening to fucking rip Kevin Spacey's fucking hands off and skin him alive. Effie has often displayed the same violent ardor at any suggestion of harm towards the actor, admonishing her social media followers not to touch, harass, or insult Hammer, lest they warn to purposely trigger her into feeling protective of him. Yes, we all know how great 100-pound women are at protecting giant men.
Yeah, but that sounds really psycho though. Like, don't make me angry. Like, you don't like me when I'm angry. Like, she's gonna like stab a bitch or something.
Ugh.
So feeling
this person is like from the jump wanting to like really involve herself and like get into his life.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you call love bombing. It's what narcissists do, and I think they both are.
I think they both are too.
Mm-hmm. Also, like the sex slave who once told Armie Hammer he should fire his publicist, Evelyn Karamanos, Greek, because the sex slave said Karamanos sucks. Effie, too, has always shown a particularly impassioned hatred of Karamanos, whom Effie frames as a gender traitor, apparently merely because Karamanos did her job. What?
Who else knew? I have a really big problem with his former publicist, Evelyn Karamanos, as his former publicist. Because how could a woman do what she did to us? I don't know what she did.
How vague. Keeping it vague. There is further a peculiarly, my brain is melting. A peculiarly striking correlation between details described in a screenshot of a private message allegedly sent by Hammer to Effie and a sex act the sex slave had described in January 2018. It takes a lot of love for a wife to stay with. Oh, we already read that. Is it weird I liked kissing my wife after eating your ass?
Good Lord.
Yes, the answer is yes. Get some mouthwash for your assy mouth, okay?
Good Lord.
Nobody wants somebody else's ass on your breath.
Armie Hammer again. Once you feel less fragile, I will break you. Your ass is calling out to me. Is it weird I like kissing my wife, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it feels scumbaggy now that I've said it out loud. Smiley faces. What a fucking weirdo. If these are all real, I don't know if this is real or not. I have my doubts because who responds on Facebook? Nobody. I can read from here for a little bit. And though after publicly accusing Hammer of fantasizing about cannibalism, Effie attempted to what is this?
Ingratiate.
Like
get in with.
I didn't even know what that word is. Okay.
It's a SAT hot word.
God, herself with Elizabeth Chambers, figure 18, who by 2021 was now Hammer's estranged wife, and someone whom at some point Effie must have realized she would need the support of if she ever wanted to succeed in bringing Hammer down. Effie, like this sex slave, was initially wildly contemptuous and disparaging of Chambers, mocking Chambers ruthlessly by publicly reminding Chambers that she had fucked her husband, and by referring to Chambers publicly as a lizard. Like a fucking lizard emoji.
Now hold on, that could be a turtle.
What
or dinosaur.
Or dinosaur, I guess.
Or one of those things you put in water and it like comes out of a pill.
Gecko? Like what is that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's unclear. Amphibian, definitely cold-blooded.
Oh, it says figure 20. Wait, is this figure 20? Oh no, this is. Wait, what the hell's going on here? Okay, we don't know yet. Figure 19. This is figure 20.
Go back. What did that photo say?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is what it's talking about.
Okay.
There's a special place of hell for you. I don't know about that. Not that this is a competition, but I kind of feel like between a 20-year-old who fell in love with an actor who happened to be married and the 35-year-old pregnant wife who cheats on her husband with his childhood best friend. There's a clear winner, but that hell spot.
Nina, scroll up to this photo she posted where she is that you're telling me that is not that's a trap right there.
That's definitely a trap.
What is she saying? Scroll up a little bit.
It's she's saying the vote has spoken. Poll class it is. Please What? Please, if I fucked your husband or you're friends with someone whose husband I fucked, refrain from watching my poll videos for your own mental
Oh
health.
my God. She loves being a homewrecker.
Wow. What should I train tomorrow? That poll has ended.
Nobody cares. I can't wait for her to hit the wall.
Oh my God. So the further demeaning play on the nickname Liz. Oh, that's why, because it's a lizard and her name is Liz.
Wow, that's the first smart thing she said.
That Chambers is well known to despise. Oh, that she doesn't like being called Liz, and that's why she's doing it. Oh, what a bitch.
It's Elizabeth. Okay.
Okay, well, this fucking hoe. It just like there's just so much information that is starting to sound like maybe Armie Hammer. Maybe Armie Hammer is not a crazy cannibal psycho dude. Maybe this chick. Okay. Look, I feel like maybe at this point I've realized that maybe I've been a little too harsh on Armie Hammer in the past, and he's just a weird dude that's into BDSM. And you're allowed to be into BDSM. Like, that's fine. Especially
when you're into BDSM, that makes you a very vulnerable target for crazy chicks like this who can get in. And I'm not saying he didn't abuse her at all. I have no fucking clue. I barely care. But it's like if you make yourself very vulnerable to a chick like this that can get in and manipulate the situation and make you look like an abuser.
Yeah, and especially like if it's not with minors and if it has nothing to do with cannibalism, I don't care what you do on your personal fucking time. Like I don't care. And exactly what you said, Chrissy, like you are a big target then, especially if you're famous, like you're going to be a big target about this kind of stuff. So I feel like maybe this documentary is going to be a bit of a, you know
who never gets into trouble?
Propaganda.
Broke dudes who are into BDSM. You ever notice that? Guys who have no money can be as kinky as they want and nothing bad seems to happen to them?
No, never. Let's see. How much of this is left? I don't think there's that much left. Should we finish this up? I think this is it.
Okay, let's pull through.
Not that much. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So callously ruthless to Chambers has Effie been, in fact, that despite having played a prominent role in this discussion of Hammer's marriage and their family life, a point not lost on Chambers, who, according to Effie, had choice words for her at some point during the process of separation, figure 20. As seen above, at the onset of 2021, Effie still felt entitled to a public apology from Chambers, figure 21, essentially for Chambers fighting to keep her family together as Effie actively worked to tear it apart. So this is figure 21. Ask Me Anything. I just really hope she apologizes to those she's directly hurt if she hasn't already, especially the teenagers who's went to tell her about him. Her shutting them down so hard, she really affected them. Ideally, she should apologize to all of us who she's been telling her for years. He was cheating, especially for making up lies about us and for shaming me for my sexual abuse history. Like, what the fuck was that? Okay. Note that Effie often speaks of multiple victims to give the false impression that Hammer's a serial predator, but Effie is the only person who has formally accused Hammer of any wrongdoing.
Crazy person.
This is a crazy story. There have been other stories regarding the actor that have been shared by a couple of other women with whom Effie was once in contact. We will discuss these women and their allegations in further chapters and installments. Effie never publicly apologized. And this is what they were mentioning too, is that they were saying that the other chick in the documentary has never met him. Like, so I feel like that's like a really weird thing to...
Yeah, I feel like that's a base requirement to be in the Armie Hammer documentary about his sexual abuse. It's like you had to have met him. You can't just be like a Canadian pen pal girlfriend.
On Facebook.
I feel like, that shouldn't count.
I don't think that should count. Effie never publicly apologized to Chambers for these transgressions, either, though she did attempt to frame her behavior as actions towards Chambers entirely as a consequence of Hammer's tactics, claiming the actor tried to isolate women from each other and pit us against one another, allegedly by speaking in less than flattering terms to each woman on the other or to the other. Figure 22. Even if Hammer ever referred to Chambers as a monster, as Effie alleges, the the cruelty with which Effie treated Chambers, someone she did not personally know, was entirely Effie's choice. This unwillingness to take responsibility for her own choices and actions, repeatedly blaming others and crafting false boogeymen, as she does here to Hammer, to blame her choices and actions on instead a recurring theme for Effie we will encounter throughout the story. Saying this is, I think this is figure 22. Okay, so because that was that, yeah. So in figure 22, so it says, I'm are you Elizabeth's side or not? I'm seeing contradicting stories. I'm on Elizabeth's side. What you read is the what in the SS is old. His tactic was to isolate women from each other, blah blah blah, telling them that she's monster pure evil, then telling Courtney I was pure evil piece of trash for talking to his wife, telling Courtney Jessica was crazy, while telling Jessica that and me that Courtney was some girl I went on a couple of dates with.
Yeah, it just sounds like he was trying to keep all of his girlfriends separate, which is what guys who see a lot of women want to do.
Usually, I mean, that's like, I mean, serial cheaters don't usually want,
unless
like,
you're in a like a sister wife situation, like
right,
everyone's separate because
like unless they're like really,
drama happens, yeah,
right. All of these multiple similarities between Sex Slave Writing Data Lounge anonymously and then in the third person in 2017 through early 2018 about an extramarital BDSM-based affair was Armie Hammer allegedly hampered only by a publicist and an evil wife, and Effie, the woman who began publicly releasing alleged intimate conversations with the actor in early 2021 while showing an equally zealous hatred of Hammer's publicist and spouse, point to only one possible logical conclusion: that Effie is almost certainly this sex slave. This is a crucial point made even more pressing when sometime after coming forward with her #cannibal fantasy allegations, Effie began changing her story and began eventually accusing Armie Hammer of serious criminal wrongdoings, namely abuse, specifically sexual assault, ultimately holding a press conference on March 18, 2021, alongside her attorney Gloria Allred to accuse Hammer formally and announced that the actor was being investigated by the Los Angeles Police Department. This is a dramatic reimagining and reframing of the story Effie has been sharing publicly since November 19, 2017, only 7 months after Effie claims she was allegedly assaulted on April 24, 2017. When hiding her identity by speaking anonymously and in the third person as a sex slave, Effie began posting on Data Lounge website Figure 1 to openly flaunt and boast about her alleged relationship with Armie Hammer, Figure 7, and to complain about the inconvenience of his marriage to his then spouse Chambers, Figure 1, 6, 10, not to accuse Hammer of any wrongdoing. In fact, in reference to Hammer, Effie, speaking in this then anonymous sex slave, specifically said at the time, when someone cares enough to learn precisely what you're into and give it to you just the way you need it, you know you can let go and immerse yourself. There's no apprehension, fear, or distrust in these words, only romantic infatuation and a complete abandon. Even in early 2021, as Effie began her scorched earth campaign to defame Armie Hammer by initially publicly accusing him of having cannibal fantasies and progressively elaborating her allegations to portray Hammer as a generally bad person, Effie denied any abuse to people who began reaching out to her over social media, saying stuff like, haven't picked up any of the having two qualities. I hope that you and the rest of your women are okay. What an absolute clusterfuck. No, thank you. Not okay. I'm sorry. I hope he is held accountable in some way. Have you got legal representation? Thank you. I'm not saying he raped me. No need for legal rep. So that's the stuff that we saw. Anyone who questioned the intensity and or particular flavor of the BDSM fantasies that emerged as Effie released screenshots after screenshots of alleged private conversations with Hammer was quickly met with the same piercing contempt Effie reserves for people she particularly hates, like Evelyn. We already know this. If you come into my inbox not knowing how kinky I am, these long messages going on and on and on and on and on. Did he manhandle you? Announced Effie. There is literally one possible outcome. I won't be replaying replying, but do keep those messages and me coming. Ew. God, this story is insane. And there's sex bots all over my chat.
Oh my God, you're summoning them.
I know.
We both are.
I mean, we're talking about sex slaves, so
it's like we put a squirt emoji, like bat signal, into the night sky.
What if he makes girls hurt themselves? What if he enjoys their pain?
This woman is working in this kink industry. She's very good at I don't know if it's manipulation or empathy or whatever, but it's like she's literally a sex worker. It's her job to figure out what guys want and give it to them. And she did it with him, and she probably figured she could make some money out of the deal. As soon as you mentioned Gloria Allred, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, she's so Hollywood. She's worked on so many high level cases.
Wait, who?
Gloria Allred was her attorney.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
You know her?
I don't know her, but
like you know of her, like you've heard stories.
She's worked with a lot of celebrities. She's worked with freaking like Prince Andrew.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Gross. Okay.
She's just like really weaved into the fabric of Hollywood.
Wait, what was her name again? I gotta look her up.
Gloria Allred.
Okay, because there's this other woman, and she's like, but she's not a lawyer. Yeah. Oh, her. Dude, this
Allred and her assistant previously declined to represent Epstein. And wow, she declined to represent Epstein and victim Maria Farmer, stating that she and her sister Annie didn't have a case.
Wow.
Oh, she declined to represent the victim of Epstein, saying she didn't have a case.
Oof. That's fucking hardcore.
Which is controversial.
Okay, so then this goes on to say, this the last couple paragraphs. It is glaringly evident from Effie's own words in these early posts from January 2021 that while others may have perceived her alleged BDSM dominant, submissive, kinky interactions with Armie Hammer as shocking, even borderline abusive, Effie, who calls herself a very kinky woman, figure 24, did not regard them
a very kinky girl.
In the same. To this end, Effie appeared after often confused by the suggestion that there was any impropriety in her purported, God, try saying that fucking fast, impropriety in her purported, there's too many P words, interactions with Hammer, doubling down and insisting that she didn't say anywhere and her encounters with Hammer were not consensual. So not sure so many messages about it. Figure 23. That was this one here.
Okay.
About her stupid texts. In effect, the only problem Effie presented for years is what she clearly saw and painted as a rapturous, extremely kinky, dominant, submissive, consensual romance with a married man, Armie Hammer. Was that married man's wife / mother of his children, Elizabeth Chambers, whom Effie dragged mercilessly all over social media until Effie decided to publicly accuse Hammer of allegations that completely contradict everything Effie had said ever said of her relationship with the actor. What changed that triggered Effie to begin publicly and falsely accusing Armie Hammer? What further change that triggered Effie to embellish her claims?
I wonder if the wife told her to like step the fuck off, or like the wife may have done like a show of force or something, or the money.
Or this bitch went to Armie Hammer and was like, you better leave your wife, the mother of your kids, for me, or I'm going to fucking go scorched earth on your ass. And he probably said, go fuck yourself. And she did. And she
did. And we lived happily ever after.
And that's it. So, I mean, hey, it's up to you guys to decide. I mean, this documentary is dropping, but there's all this other side. I wonder if this is another Johnny Depp situation where this dude was completely railroaded by this psycho chick. And I think that, I mean, it's very possible because this is like in height of the Me Too movement and everything like that. And I think it's a very possible that this could be a very similar situation. NVIDIA for 2 says kitten play is like the puppy girl, Chrissy.
Aw, yeah, puppy girl.
I
What's
don't
her
know who
name?
that is.
Puppy girl Jenna. Her kink is to like act like a puppy, and she like eats out of a bowl, and she like sleeps in a cage. She's a sweet girl though.
Oh, so is that not like a furry then? That's borderline
no, not
furry.
quite. It's more like psychological than like you're wearing the costume. It's like she's acting like a dog. She's basically like a submissive with ears.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a kink, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bradley Burnett for 5 says, recognize Chrissy's ability to use vocal inflation to emphasize the use of quotes, i.e. sex slave. Well done. Sex slave.
Sex slave.
Is that what you do? Like you like every time?
Well, somebody in the chat said to read it in an accent, so I was just like doing my best to sound different than I normally do.
You sounded amazing, but like, okay, so if I was to read it, then like if I was to read that again, so anytime the word sex slave is used, I should whisper it.
Or anything in quotes, yeah.
Sex slave.
Sex slave.
Well done. Is voiceover work next?
I am available for voice work. I'm available for all types of work.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Not all types. I take that back. I take that back.
You ain't doing no OnlyFans.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I'm putting these holes to rest.
What do you okay, so what do you think, Chrissy? What do you think? Do you think Armie Hammer is a cannibal crazy person, or do you think
I think he's dumb. I think he's a dumb rich man who acts like he's invisible, and maybe this is a hard lesson that he'll learn, but probably not, because he'll have enough money to sort of like pay this woman off. He made himself a vulnerable target. The combination of like good looks, his crazy ass kinks makes him a very vulnerable target for manipulative, crazy bitches to get in. And like when you're a dude who's ruled by their dick only and you can't say no, it's just like you're a bee to honey, or I don't know, another metaphor. It's like, yeah, man, that's going to cost you. Sometimes your brain has to be in charge and not your penis. Unless you're okay with losing a bunch of money and having crazy bitches ruining your life.
Like what's crazy is that, like, if I was someone like him, I wouldn't care so much about the money because he comes from so much money that it's like, who fucking cares about the money? Like, it'll never be truly gone. What I would really care about is like, being known as a fucking cannibal. Like, your kids are gonna think of you as a fucking cannibal at some point. Like, he has 2 kids. That's the kind of thing that would really bother me.
That's also we're at the point where cannibalism has not been normalized yet. I know they're probably trying to, but it's still so new where if you hear, you're like, that's crazy,
Yeah.
Like, how do you prove that? How do you prove somebody's a cannibal? You can show pictures of bruises. You can like have the chick in her S&M gear.
Unless it's like straight up bite marks.
Right. You could be like, there's a chunk of my arm missing.
Like straight up like teeth marks on your fucking hand or something.
Eating it,
Ugh. That's
so
weird.
Unless he's seen in one of these spirit cooking things with that Marina Abramovich character, it's like it's hard to get him on the cannibalism thing.
Right. And they didn't, right? Like they didn't. So that's why this is all very, very fucking weird. Josh at 316, thank you so much for the $20. Says thanks for poisoning my ears with that reading. 10 out of 10.
He's like, I can't believe I jerked off to this. God damn it, you guys.
Oh,
he's like,
God.
I did it. It wasn't easy, but I did it.
Hey, Tom's in the chat. What's going on, Tom? Good to see you. Tom, it's another dude that may be railroaded by some crazy ass bitches. Isn't that fucking crazy? I gotta say, I fell for it straight up.
Really? You thought that he was really the abuser?
Like at the beginning, yeah, I thought he was a straight up cannibal. Like I was like, dude, he's gross.
She just threw in the cannibal thing. That was like an aside. If the cannibalism was legit, there'd be a whole section on cannibalism. There'd be more texts about it. I think it's just, this is a guy that likes to push boundaries. He's obviously real kinky, and he's just like, he needs to, like it's a drug. Like people who are like kind of sex addicted like him, it's like they have to get more and more and more. They have to keep upping the ante because they either like watch too much porn, or they've literally done everything, or their brains are broken from abuse or trauma or whatever, that they're just like, I need more. I need it to be crazier. What else can I do?
Yep. I think the same thing as you. I think you're right. Like it's just like pushing those boundaries like over and over and over. Bill Burr for 5. I mean Bill Burr.
Bill Burr in the chat.
I saw Bill Burr like the first word, and it's bird
Bill
up.
Burr's in the chat. That's
bird up for
his,
5.
Yeah.
Says Bill Burr was right. Money makes all the stuff your junk screams. Do it. About possible. That's true. I don't see. This is why I don't know if I ever want to be like super duper rich, you know, because it's like,
I think it depends on how much time you spend not being rich. I think if you develop as an adult, like that's why I think I'm in a good place, because I've had a lot of years of being kind of poor, kind of broke, kind of fat, kind of low self-esteem, that I have that as a solid foundation.
Yeah,
that when these things start leveling up and I get to a good place, it's like I still remember where I came from.
Same here. I mean, it's so weird, Chrissy, because sometimes like I'll do certain things and then my husband will be like, we're not poor. Like, you don't have to do this.
You don't have to you don't have to wash the tuna cans and
like shit like that. No joke. That like,
do you rinse out plastic bags?
I do, like, and I save jars, and I do like all sorts of stuff like that. And it, like, you know, I say like, it's really, 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 really difficult for me to throw out food because like I grew up in the war, and like, you know, when like in Iran, like I remember when my parents had to like line up for like, you know, to get like chicken eggs, like to get eggs, and like we had like food coupons, and like, you know, once it's out, like, you know, you might not eat that week kind of
I one
thing.
time had to line up and wait for chicken, and it was when Chick-fil-A opened in New York City, and we were huddled together, just masses in the cold.
I'm telling you, man, like war and that kind of stuff affects you. And you're like, and then so like later on when you get money or something, it's like it never truly goes away. Or like in some ways, both my husband and I are kind of like a little bit like hoarders in a way. Like we don't throw anything out. So like we have like
a little depression era in you. That's nice. That's nice to have there just in case.
I do. And like I feel like, you know, that's fine though, because it's prepared me for the depression that's hitting now.
You need that just in case, like,
because you know there's gonna be food shortages and all that kind of stuff. I feel like,
because if you're above like washing your own Ziploc bags, like you're in for a rude awakening. You're in for a rough transition. But if you're like, no, it's fine, I'll chew the same gum. I've been through worse.
War is good for the economy. It is. It's true.
Is it?
Oh my
God.
Well, that? I mean, like they do like sell a lot more weapons, right? Guns, all that kind of stuff. Well, depending on what country you were at.
Those jars of dehydrated food are going to start moving. the break in case of emergency, like, you know, dried beans and shit like that.
If I was a rich girl,
I would accuse Armie Hammer of abuse. If
oh my God. Okay. I had some other stuff I wanted to like talk about, but now it's like I feel like it's way too late. We read
now.
Way too much.
You've ruined it.
No. Okay, we'll watch one last thing because it's short. And then we'll call it. Because I was going to go into this whole pedo thing that this bitch posted too. And I was like, you know what? It's too much.
Whoa, Bird Up reused coffee grounds? I didn't even know that was possible.
Yes, definitely.
That's legit. That's
I
next
used
level.
to do that. I used to do that because I was like, you don't like, you can use it once or
twice. You know what? I
twice.
also have a hard time donating or like tossing clothes because I sometimes have like poor person clothing mentality. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm sorry, Shucksy.
Get over yourself, Shucksy.
I know you were so bougie. I know we had a fancy man in the chat.
Okay, this is the last thing we're going to talk about.
Or like wearing your socks inside out. That's another hot tip.
But not your undies. Fucking do a wash.
That is only in an emergency.
Do a fucking wash. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, this is the last thing. So did you know that they're making The Little Mermaid live action? It was
Oh my
announced
God.
like a while ago.
That's
So
crazy.
this is the girl. That's the Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid live.
Right, here we go.
Is she gonna get into a fight in an under the sea airport? like an ocean airport fight where the mermaids are pulling each other's hair and the weaves are coming
Bitch,
out.
let me take out my earrings.
Yeah, Ariel takes out her hoop earrings and cracks her knuckles.
Her starfish earrings.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean you're charging $1.75 for extra sauce? And then she hops over the counter and fucking whacks the Indian guy with her tail, rendering him unconscious.
Oh my God.
I can't wait to see this.
Oh my gosh. This is a really, really hard one because the animated version has always been so special to me since I was so small. I mean, it's the reason
As
I would
of
swim.
2
I
weeks
would be
ago,
in
when
the
they
pool.
gave me this job, I've been really into the story.
It's like, oh my God, since I was a little girl, I was so into this.
Like, I am the animated version of her. And so today, the dream come true of the live action is super cool. So of course I'm gonna choose mine because I'm like, what?
Part of your world or Under the Sea?
Definitely part of your world.
Wish I could be part of that world.
God, I got
really,
fucking claimed, you bitch.
I didn't realize at this point that Ariel had this whole time been a light-skinned black woman.
You didn't?
And you know what? That's my own childhood ignorance.
Yeah,
right there.
you're clearly a bigot. Like, my God, get over
That
yourself.
song
I should have
truly
known.
means so much to me. Ever since I was a little girl, I would see her sing the song and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what if one day I could be just like a mermaid, you know, part of that world.
Oh, okay.
But how are they going to address the black people not being able to swim stereotype? That's my biggest concern. And I can say this as someone who worked as a lifeguard for many years. I can tell you who the majority of the saves.
I trained to be a lifeguard too.
How will this be addressed?
It's not going to be addressed, but you know what else is that, you know what she just told me though, is she just told me that she saw herself in Ariel, the Little Mermaid, right?
Mhm.
Like this white girl who's got red hair.
Yeah, is she a self-hating black woman if she's like, oh, I want to be like Ariel?
Like, but it shows me that this whole leftist, like, you know, line of like, we have to see ourselves in the cartoon,
Represented.
and
Or
we
else
have to
it's
see
a-
ourselves
it's-
represented,
Yeah.
is false. It's a false ideology because she herself is claiming that she already saw herself as Ariel.
that's
She already
true.
saw
Yeah.
herself, if that's true. So then why would Ariel have to look like you then? She doesn't, because you
Exactly.
already saw herself as
That's a
her.
good point.
So that's what I get from it. I think it's like this kind of like warped logic that they have going on with this.
There wouldn't even be black mermaids because melanin evolves to climates that have a lot of sun exposure and you're underwater. So
there is
are
no sun underwater.
There's sun does not hit underwater. That is why the mermaids are hopelessly pale.
Yep, because you know, they're under the sea.
I don't know. Maybe these are Wakanda mermaids. Maybe they're gonna work it out. Make it make sense to me.
There's no making sense. The XSL though for $2 says go to N hentai and read categories descriptions.
No, this person is just looking for somebody to jerk off to. Don't do it.
Hold on, I have a response to this.
How about no?
How about no, Scott?
But thanks for the $2. Okay, yeah. So yeah,
She's
this
a
bitch,
sweet girl. I'm sorry that she's been put in the middle of this.
She looks very beautiful.
She clearly just wants to play Beyonce one day.
Right.
In a biopic. This is a stepping stone for her. She's going to pretend that she's been into The Little Mermaid her whole life, even though I highly doubt it.
But even if she
Even if she did, she doesn't see color.
She already saw herself in her, so it's fine. It's like, you know,
Just
whatever.
spins. Yeah.
It's like, okay. Oh, okay. But you know what? If we say any of this stuff online, that means we're racists. Wait,
Right.
let's see what
Well,
else she
part
had
of
to say.
that world. So that song always, but Under the Sea is great.
Oh God,
she's adorable. I wish her the best.
I wish her the best too. I think the movie's going to bomb, but you know, I
King
won't be
Triton is
watching
gonna
it.
like have big dick energy, I think.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I hope it's Tyson Beckford. I hope Tyson Beckford plays.
Wait, who is the cast? Do you know like who's
I don't
actually
know.
playing the dude? Okay, because I would.
But
I
my
would be
dream
interested.
cast, I would like Leslie Jones to play one of the Mermaid sisters. Additionally, that chick from Get Out, Lupita.
Who's gonna be Ursula? Obviously, somebody white because she has to be evil.
Right. I think Adele's
Melissa
not
McCarthy.
Adele's not fat anymore, so she's out. Yeah, Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, but she's not a good singer. You
She's
need a
too
good
funny.
singer, though.
She's also too funny. I could see Lizzo being Ursula.
Lizzo as
But it's
Ursula.
gotta be a fat white.
But no,
because
but it's
she's
gotta be
evil.
white. Yeah, she's evil.
Who's a fat white who can sing?
Nobody. Tessa Thompson, but she does. I don't know if she sings, but she's fat.
A fat white. who
Danny
can sing.
DeVito for Ursula.
Meghan Trainor.
I don't know who that is. Who's Meghan
Amy
Trainor?
Schumer. That's the thing is like these fat
Amy Schumer.
celebrities, they lose weight and then we can't book them anymore.
Is Amy Schumer not bad anymore?
No, she'll always be fat, but she can't sing. Adele lost weight. They might have
Adele
to do
lost
Adele.
weight, you guys.
They might have
No.
to tell Adele to put some weight back on for this
Yeah.
gig. Or they throw her in a
you
fat
know what?
suit.
Melissa McCarthy can sing. I think she can sing.
She can like joke sing.
Yeah. So I think Melissa McCarthy is no, but in all seriousness, now I want to look up to see who it actually is. Hold on. Live action Little Mermaid cast. Oh my fucking God, it is Melissa McCarthy. Shut the fuck up.
There you go. We could be Hollywood casting agents.
Good fucking God. I was joking when I said that.
Right, because everybody else is not fat enough. She's the only one who's kept the weight on.
Disney confirms full cast of Little Mermaid live action.
Oh my God.
So this chick is.
Oh, but Eric is still white? How is
what?
that?
Eric
Why
is white. What?
See, the SJWs would be hating this, be like, oh my God, you know, they're appropriating our culture.
Because it always has to be fucking biracial now. Like you can't have like full on.
Why can't we have a black Eric?
Yeah, why can't there be a black Eric? Like if there's a black Ariel, there should be a black Eric.
There should be a black Eric, and he should spell his name with a Q. That's what we deserve.
God, I can't believe I called fucking Melissa McCarthy. This is fucking retarded.
Wow.
And then this dude is Sebastian.
That seems right.
Wait, how do you make a live action crab?
I don't know. Look at what they did for
like CG?
Cats.
Oh God. Okay, so hold on. Wait. Scuttles.
Javier Bardem is in it. He is King Triton.
Aquafina, dude. Scuttle is Aquafina.
She does look like a seagull. Absolutely. Every time she opens her mouth, I'm like, stop, kill it. So she would make a great seagull.
Oh, this kid is Flounder. That's kind of cute.
Okay, he's cute. But again, why is this not an all black cast?
Dude, Javier Bardem.
There's 2 black people in this. That's not good
King
enough.
Triton.
He's great. He can do
That
no
is
wrong.
big dick energy. Okay, that's a good King Triton.
Oh yeah, he's a Latinx. He's gonna crush it. But again, like there's just too many white people in this.
Like the new Lion King.
Why are we remaking this if we're not making everyone black?
I don't know. I honestly thought this was gonna be an all black cast. I like no joke.
Yeah.
I thought this was gonna be an all black cast.
Maybe they couldn't get it. Maybe they couldn't.
Like I didn't think it was just Black Ariel.
Black Ariel and Black Sebastian.
No, because Sebastian was always already black.
Or
like
Sebastian
he was
looks mixed to me. I'm not familiar with this crab man, but
Save Diggs. I don't really know him either.
Nope.
But wait, okay, so like does that okay? So if King Triton is Latino, so are they saying like Ariel's mom was black? Because how is she black if she had a white dad?
Maybe she's Dominican.
Good fuck. Nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing is.
We're gonna
fucking
need to see what kind of
sacred.
food is being cooked at their house to fully determine.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. We don't really know the race of Ariel.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh my god. No. She's full on black, yo. She's full on black.
Not black enough for me. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Like, what's the point?
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
this is-
exactly. Where are the trans people?
I don't know. This turned out to be a giant fail of a movie because I
Mhm.
thought this was going to be like a full black cast. I mean, Eric is not even black. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
this was
crazy.
gonna be like Wet Panther.
Oh my god. Chrissy, it's been a lovely evening. Thank you so much for being here.
The
and
time has
talking to
flown.
me.
Thank you for having me and
No,
my
I can't believe
jammies.
it's been 3 fucking hours. I'm so sorry.
I can't
that
believe
took
it.
forever.
Time has flown.
It's just about sex slaves and stuff. That's why
I really enjoyed this show. We talked about things that I'm interested in. So
Aw,
thank you.
yay, of
Like
course.
diversity and sex slaves.
And crazy ass bitches.
And crazy ass bitches.
You're always welcome on this channel, Chrissy. Like
Oh.
open invite. So whenever you want to come
Aw.
by, like just tell me. Just be like, hey, I want to hang out with you.
Like, hey.
Yeah.
I'm in the neighborhood.
Send me the link. And I'll be
Okay.
like, okay. But yeah, so thank you so much. Please let everybody know where they can find you and your shows, your upcoming shows. Let everybody know what's going on.
Oh yeah. I do a show Mondays on Compound Media called The Wet Spot at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then the Chrissy Mayer podcast is on my YouTube channel. I try to do new episodes Tuesday through Thursday or Friday. And then I got the audio version, of course, up on iTunes and SoundCloud and all that good stuff. Check us out this Friday on Friday Night Tights. Nina will be on.
Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna be on Friday Night Tights this week, you guys.
It'll be fun.
Me
We're
and
excited
John
to have you.
talks.
And then I got a bunch of stand-up dates coming up. September 8th, I'm going to be in Austin. September 14th, Philly. September 16th and 17th, Jersey. September 22nd, Bridgeport, Connecticut. September 30th and October 1st in New Orleans. October 27th in Orlando. So go to ChrissyMayer.com for tickets. Would love to see you guys at a show. I promise I'm funny in person on a stage.
Oh my god, I want to see you in person and like on stage so fucking bad. I really hope that this year the midterms go the other way a little bit so that they finally get rid of this stupid,
thing
mandate situation. And
It's
then
crazy and so gay, and I can't believe it's still a thing.
I can't believe it either. I just want to like go to the US and see family and friends, and it's so annoying. But yeah, thank you again, Chrissy, and thank you everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. Thank you for your super chats. If you became a member, I appreciate you. Let me quickly just check the chat to make
If you'd
sure
like
that
a
there's no
refund,
member messages.
please email Nina. I'd like to refund one of your super chats.
No refunds, dude. There's no refunds. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just kidding.
How
How gay would
I
that
need
be?
one of those signs, like those Asian lady signs, like no refund.
Pick a color.
No refund, only exchange.
That's literally what Disney does. That's what all these, like, when they remake a film, they're like, pick a color. And like, what about the story? What about the character with character development? Pick a color. You want
Only
pedicure
color
too?
matter.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So thank you again, everybody in the chat. You guys are fucking awesome. You're amazing. I love you. And I
Join
will
my
see you
Discord.
guys-
Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, I have a
no, yeah.
Discord as well.
Oh, you have
that
a Discord? I didn't
that
link
I forget
that.
to plug.
Do you have
How
the
do I
link?
even find a link? How
I don't
does
know.
one even get a link? Here I
If
am.
you-
Hold the phone. Oh God, I'm so dumb at Discord. I don't even know how to
I
find a
hate
link.
Discord.
How do people do this?
I don't know.
Invite people? Copy. Okay, I don't even know. I'm literally gonna send you like the link to that same article from before. That's how cool it is.
If you send me that gay article again.
Okay, I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. So if I like, do you want me to share this in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay. So join
the Discord. You can put
Discord
guest suggestions in there. You can meet like-minded people. That's
Willie
if you're
Cal
single.
says F's Discord. I agree with you because I fucking hate Discord.
I don't understand it. It's confusing to me.
It's so confusing and annoying. But yeah, so everybody, I still will be doing Infinite Hope on Friday. So Infinite Hope is not canceled. It's still happening Friday. And I will, after that, I'll be going on FNT. So that will be happening. And what else is happening? Sunday, we're probably going to be reviewing something, either Prey or Sandman. One of those things is going to be reviewed. What were you going to say, Chrissy?
Roxham is asking when I'm coming to Connecticut. I'm going to be at the Bridgeport, Connecticut Stress Factory on the 22nd, September 22nd. So there.
Agent One saying, why do you hate Discord from your own words? I hate Discord because it's lame and I don't like it. And the only reason I ever used it was to play Among Us with people because they forced me to get it. That's the only reason that it was ever used for. But there you go. I hope I answered your question. Again, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Have a great night. Have a fantastic weekend if you're not going to see you, but see you later. Bye. Thank you everybody. Take care.